yelling at myself last night. I'm like, I'm playing the long game. I'm playing the long game. Bo and Sean together for 10 years. I'm playing the long game. But I still want to rip my hair out every single possession.
Yeah, man. And look, I mean, I know when my phone starts going off from my friends and family around the country with just how bad it is. You know, I made the analogy like, you know, I have a friend or two from my hometown that you have a loyalty to, but I know if I bring them around, there's a chance that they could get sloppy drunk in front of everyone and embarrass me and embarrass us both. And that's sort of like the Broncos offense when they're playing on national TV in front of everyone.
Yeah, you got to stay off of national TV games. Like the prime games, leave it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Please.
This was the rush year. Remember when they got 7 primetime games with the London game and the Christmas game? And yeah, it's bad, guys. I mean, they have some soul searching to do. And it was one of these press conferences, again, where if you just mute the TV and you have no closed captions, you swear because body language, or language is 85% nonverbal, you would just assume that they lost. Mm-hmm. And they've won 7 in a row.
Now, Zach, for you, you said you went back and watched the game today.
Yeah.
So you lived through that nightmare last night. All of us did. It was rough. It was a rough one. Everybody was probably cracking beers and eating a bunch of food just to.
Well, dude. And,
go ahead.
And not to interrupt you, but I purposefully, someone reached out yesterday on the RamosLaw.com text line when we were downtown. They said, "Hey, if I come, can I buy you and Phil a beer?" And I actually replied to him. I said, "I really appreciate that, but I don't drink before or during the Bronco games." And there I was about 3.5 hours later pouring me a Tito's to get through that final quarter. So sorry. Keep going.
You had to get a little fix in there. Like, all right, man, let me get myself prepared for this comeback.
Unbelievable.
But as a player, you're playing in those games. So as fans, we're living through it. We're watching it. The players, you're playing through it. After you go home and nobody's there, you watch film at night. Usually that's what I would do, and I'd shake my head when we had a bad game. I'm like, yeah, it's going to be bad in the meeting rooms tomorrow. You could just feel it coming.
Yep.
The next day you go in there, and you're in your head, you're trying to figure out what's the coach going to say. How is he going to react to this? How is he going to feel about this game? Is he going to be angry with us? Is he going to be okay? Like, what's the feeling? And so usually you go in there and you're trying to gauge, in this case it's Sean, how he's feeling. And then you start to break down film. And the one thing that is always true, it's never as bad as it looks, and it's never as good as it looks.
But then there's this case.
So for me, I went back and I watched it too, right? I watched the film too, and of course it was bad. But then there was other things that went on to the game where Sean was right with the penalties, some drop balls.
Yeah,
It's like you clean some of those up. You end up sustaining drives and scoring touchdowns because of it. Nobody wants to hear it. I understand that. But going back, I'm like, okay, it's there. Now, Bo needs to play better.
What's there?
The points, the drives, scoring touchdowns, open receivers, a couple run lanes. They're there.
There are open receivers for sure.
Execution is not there.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
Yep.
The patience from Bo is not there.
Man, he was
most of the time.
so skittish.
The timely schemed up plays for Sean Payton's not there most of the time. But if they would just find a way to just work through this and continue to just go at it, it's going to open up. So for what I'm trying to tell Broncos country is be upset, but their plays are there to be made, and if they can make them, fireworks are going to go off, and there's going to be a lot of points being scored.
Well, I mean, it's to a point here where the weather's getting chilly. Okay, it's no longer summer.
Bundle up, Zach.
It's no longer early, right? And we said that for like the first month of the season. And I remember coming in here, after the Titans game and a few others, where it's like, well, it's so early, and so we have to show grace, and it's like the Cam Johnson thing, right? It's like, well, come on, it's it's still so early. It's not early anymore with the Broncos. It's not. Okay, it's going to be Thanksgiving here in a couple weeks. We are actually closer to the finish line than we were the starting line.
See, that's insane to think.
It is. But what's more insane to think is that the product is actually getting worse. It's getting worse. It's not improving. Like, it's regressing in real time. We're watching it. The games are becoming more frustrating to watch. The boos are getting louder.
They are.
I mean, Phil,
I heard you booing, Zach. You don't boo.
I don't boo. I don't boo.
I heard you booing through the TV screen.
I'll tell you, if I was there last night, I would have booed. If I drove downtown and I parked and paid the $15 for a beer or whatever, and that was the product that was in front of me, I'd be booing. I would be booing. I mean, this team has gotten booed at home for I think the last 4 or 5 consecutive games. It's becoming routine. Broncos country doesn't want to boo the team, but it's happening consistently because the product is so bad and it's getting worse offensively, of course. So I mean, it's concerning. It's deeply concerning, and bigger questions are starting to arise.
And the crazy part is like, this is how you feel. This is how a lot of Broncos country feels. And we're 8-2.
I know.
We're 8-2. This is
Phil,
something that hasn't been done in so long, since 2015, and yet, or maybe 2017, we had something like this. And yet, people are still upset with the Denver Broncos, specifically the offense.
No, and you can't throw in 17. That was
15.
Yeah. Stick to 15 there because
stay in my lane. No.
17, they're 5-11. So,
okay, yeah.
So 16, they started 4-0, and but the wheels came off and they finished 9-7. But 15 is the year, along with like maybe 5 other years in professional football, where a team is really good and the offense is so bad. And maybe this is one of the greatest defenses of all time. And
that's what it's looking like so far.
And man, oh my gosh, I can't wait to talk about that side of the ball. But there's a reason today why, like the Broncos, like you hear some of these conversations reacting to last night's game, like coast to coast, like no Denver bias, no Raiders bias, just the NFL
they're just
community.
Watching the game and they're reacting to it.
Yes, like this is what happened to the Broncos in 2022 with Nathaniel Hackett and Russell Wilson, where the Broncos turned into a punchline. Now this year is different because they are winning, but people are confused. Like, what is this thing over here? Like, what is this thing? Because, to try to quantify it and try to frame it, and it's difficult.
It is. It's confusing. It's frustrating.
Confusing.
It makes your head hurt. And yet, like I just got done saying, we're 8-2.
Yes.
Everything is still out in front of us. But today we feel like we're defeated.
Yes.
Now, somebody out there is feeling good.
Yeah.
They placed a bet on the Denver Broncos to win. They're winning some money. Okay.
Well, they didn't cover any spread. I can promise you that.
The facility, I guarantee you, the defense is feeling good, but they're afraid to show emotion.
Yeah.
Offensively, you feel bad. Your tail's tucked in between your legs. Sean Payton's probably in there upset, so now you're walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
I would be curious to see how Sean approaches today, or he approached today, when it comes to just talking to his guys.
Yeah.
Because you can't be doom and gloom when your defense is doing what they're doing and you're 8-2.
I was gonna say, right. Well, that's but if you see the game through the identity of an offense, you can't be pleased. And I know he's not pleased. I'm watching the presser like, holy moly, like.
And that dude Luka Evans, man, he keeps getting it.
Yeah, well, honestly, because Luka's one of the only people. He consistently asks the right question, and the right question with this football team is often a hard question to ask.
Ooh.
So he draws Sean's ire.
Yeah.
But it's just he's asking fair, legitimate questions.
The questions we need to hear.
Yes. So Sean can get frustrated. Sean's frustrated. Like if you're a Bronco fan that's like, hey, no one should be upset today because they won. The coach is furious. So. Do you have you ever watched the Comedy Central roasts?
Yeah.
So
yes.
I love the roasts, and I watch them, and I still half the jokes you can't even make today because people are so sensitive. But I remember Patrice O'Neal. Do you remember Patrice O'Neal, the big black comedian? We lost him a few years ago, but they were roasting Charlie Sheen, and he's like, his career is good, but he sucks. He's good, but he also sucks, and that's kind of how I think of the Broncos right now.
The Broncos are good, but they suck too.
Yeah, like they are so. I mean, wow.
Broncos defense is good.
They're phenomenal.
The Broncos offense, it's hot butt cheeks.
I mean, it's bad. It's bad. So how did the Broncos sustain the unsustainable again? That's next.
In familiar fashion, Denver's defense held their own, while Sean Payton and Bo Nix found just enough to earn their first divisional win of the season. As the back half of the season begins, can the Broncos keep up their improbable winning ways? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, fellas? Happy Friday. And did you know that Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic are experts in treating low testosterone and other men's sexual health conditions? Well, if you didn't know, now you do. And they've successfully treated tens of thousands of men that are dealing with low T, and those men have seen amazing differences that these treatments can make in their life. So if you're like a lot of these guys out there, within just a few weeks, you'll feel your energy return, the brain fog will go away, your sleep will improve, as will the workouts. And that sex drive that we all deserve to have will be significantly enhanced as well. All I need you to do is take the Low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz full of yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes to do, so it doesn't take a lot of time. Then what you're going to do is schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They're going to draw your blood and have the results within 30 minutes. They also have 5 locations out there to serve you, so there are no excuses. Go get treated. You can go to Fort Collins, North Denver, Central Denver, Castle Rock, and Colorado Springs. So give them a call today at 720-440-7900 or visit RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. That's RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
You gave years, maybe decades to your job. You showed up, worked hard, and planned for retirement. But now, the company's changed. Or maybe you've taken a buyout or been forced into early retirement. So, what happens next? I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth. And if you've built up a 401k or thrift savings plan, now is the time to ask, is that money really working for you? Many workplace retirement plans offer limited options and even less guidance. At Trajan Wealth, we help people just like you roll over their accounts into IRAs with more flexibility and personalized investment strategies built around your goals. For households with $500,000 or more, let us build you a personalized plan. We operate on veteran values, service, trust, and doing what's right. Your next chapter starts now. Call Trajan today, 720-204-8100. That's 720-204-8100.
Advisory services offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. See website for details.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Cudarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cudarelli at Cudarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cudarelli for his live webinar November 12th at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cudarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cudarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cudarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's November 12th at noon. coloradorle.com.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are your bills keeping you up at night? Imagine using your home equity for a financial reset that helps you to finally get ahead again. At Cake Mortgage, we get it. Life's expensive. Insurance, groceries, and high-interest credit card debt. That's why we created the Cake Fast Cash Home Equity Program. Turn your home into your ATM without touching your existing mortgage rate. Cake Fast Cash is fast. Many clients close in 2 weeks, so call Cake today and pay down high-interest cards, free up cash, or fund home upgrades, and you only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss. Presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos.
off and rolling. On a Friday, November 7th, a Victory Friday. Don't get to say that a lot. Woo! What up, Bill?
What's going on, man? 8-2.
8-2.
Out in front of us. It's a Friday. I'm thinking about going golfing tomorrow.
Are you? You better have a tea time already.
I'm gonna take yours.
Yeah, it is available. It is available.
What time are we doing? Like 10, 11?
It's on Sunday at 10.
Oh, okay, Sunday at 10.
Yeah.
Check that one.
God almighty. Thanks for bringing that up.
I figured I'd piss you off before we
Oh,
started.
my gosh, man. Well, you don't need to do much here today to do that because, man, that was infuriating watching that last night. And it feels like we're watching the same movie repeatedly. And, this is one of those, I said after the Houston win, I used the phrase all is well that ends well.
Yeah.
Because you have more points than the opposition when the clock hits zero.
I feel like you've said that almost every single week.
Yeah. I mean, it's still technically true, but that one last night was just as bad as it can get. And actually, it's down bad when the NFL community is upset with you for having to watch your product.
Yeah, and for some odd reason, it continues to happen to the Denver Broncos. No matter who's at quarterback, no matter who's the coach, primetime games is not a good thing for the Denver Broncos. And it sucks because the world gets to finally see you. See what's going on, all the hype around why this Denver Broncos team at the time was 7-2. Then you watch the game, you say, well, how are they? Is 8-2 now?
Yeah.
How are they winning these games? Why is everybody so high on Bo Nix and Sean Payton? Especially after you watch a game and you're like, you're playing the Raiders. The Raiders were ready to just give you the game, but also the Raiders had a little bit more fight than people were expecting.
They did, man, and I told our audience yesterday, this team has not quit, not close to quitting, not close yet anyway.
And yet, Zach, you sit here and you feel bad about yourself when you're a fan. You feel bad about yourself if you're a player in there. JK Dobbins doesn't feel too good. He let that be known.
Yeah.
There's other players that feel the same way. They're not going to say it just because it's the type of player they are. Maybe they don't want to get in trouble. But it's just not good football all around. Special teams, offensively, defensively, where it's like you feel good and you feel happy going into like a little baby bye. If you're this offense in the special teams, although they did a couple good things, you want to get right back to work.
Sure.
You don't want this baby bye. You hope that you could play on Sunday just to show the world, show Broncos country that you guys can really do it. So it's just bad football for the offense right now, Zach, and it's just making everybody in a bad mood, have a bad mood on a Friday.
Well, I'll say this: the team, the offense specifically, and you have never had to separate or parse through an offense and a defense and really make a point to separate them more than we have to right now. This is the best defense in professional football, and last night was the worst offensive output that you're going to see this season, or maybe this weekend. It doesn't get worse than that. Like Phil, they didn't get their first down until the middle of the second quarter. The crowd is sarcastically cheering, giving you a Bronx cheer where you're over exaggerating your applause.
Yeah.
Like it's almost a form of like patting them on the head, like they did it to Crawshaw. You finally didn't shake a punt. Everyone, roars with approval.
Let's go, Craneshaw.
But it's embarrassing. Like, it's embarrassing. And the fact that it was on prime time, like, and that doesn't make it, it just adds salt in the wound. Because typically, more and more over the last, call it decade, people on a Sunday, if their team's not playing, a lot of NFL fans just watch Red Zone. And the primetime standalone games are the only games that a lot of NFL fans watch in dedicated fashion. So for that performance to be the worst of the year, amongst a lot of bad performances, and that was the one that was on the national stage, it just, man,
and I can't even imagine what Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes
oh my gosh
are saying or texting each other. They were probably slapping and smiling their asses off this whole game because they're on a bye week. And then they get to go into this fresh, playing against a Broncos team that doesn't know offensively their identity still. Yet again, we're back to the identity part. who are the Denver Broncos? We don't know offensively who the Denver Broncos are. Defensively, they're the man. They're the best defense out there in the NFL that I can see. They got to continue to sustain this, be consistent, stay healthy, but they're doing their part.
Yeah, all that stuff. Yep.
But this is a team sport. You always like to say the ultimate team sport. Everybody has to do their job, from the offense to the defense to the special teams to the coaching staff to the practice squad players. And right now it seems like it's one-sided, literally, with the defense doing their part, being focused, and everybody else is riding the coattail.
Yeah, that's why I think that if anyone is laughing in Kansas City, I don't think it's Andy Reid or Pat Mahomes. I think it's Steve Spags who's going up against this offense. I think Andy Reid and Mahomes look at that defense and was like, we need to do our homework because of all the stuff that you just said. But, I mean, this was a game that, and I'm sure you guys have heard this throughout the day, but the Broncos and Raiders each had more penalties than first downs. It's just the second time since 1950 that's happened. And the only other time since 1950 that it did happen was between two expansion teams that were both 0-5 in the mid-70s. We don't see the NFL product as bad, and it can be bad. Thursday night can be bad. Yeah. Early in the season can be bad. It's not typically that bad. So Sean and Bo are wearing this. They were wearing it after the game. Their physical appearance was all you need to know. And I just can't get over that, like, booing the Denver Broncos offense is routine now at Mile High. They have been booed at home more often than they haven't. And it's just...
I don't blame them. Just like you said earlier, I don't blame them. I wanted to boo them through the TV screen. Hell, even when I was out there playing at times, I wanted to boo myself.
Sure.
Because you're out there to entertain. You're out there to show Broncos country what you're all about. And for this team, you were 7-2, and now you're 8-2. But you want to be able to have all of us optimistic about the playoffs, talking about the Super Bowl. Now I can't even talk about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the next game. What does this look like against a really good Kansas City Chiefs team? Take away the record. Who cares about the record right now? When you watch Kansas City, they're starting to heat up. What is this Denver Broncos team, offensively, defensively, look against a really good Kansas City Chiefs team?
Yeah, and Andy Reid has the best winning percentage in NFL history coming off of a bye, okay? And you look at the Broncos, though, like I am, I'm looking at their resume, and I still don't know who this team is. And they're 8-2. I don't know who they are.
But the team or
I'm confident in saying this. Unless this offense can figure itself out, this idea that they're going to, be playing on divisional weekend, no chance. You are a one and done, but you're in the HOV lane to be a one and done. You are in a hurry to get there because this offense will not. There's no way you're going to do this at the highest level in the NFL playoffs and think that you're going to have a chance to win.
So that's what you're saying. When you say you don't know who this team is, can you specifically look at me? I'm already mad. I'm muffling my words. Specifically say you don't know what this offense is or who this offense is.
How could you? They're rudderless. When I see you going to a trick play on 3rd and 1 in enemy territory, you have no true north in terms of a compass. You have no true north. You have no identity. You have no direction. It's maddening. It's maddening because they're wasting the defense. They're wasting it, and they will waste this defense if this continues. But
every year.
Yeah.
Every year it's going to be a different type of team out there.
It is.
Whether it's new players or just your players are not the same. And so you were right. This is what we talked about yesterday. This is why I was upset, or even for the trade deadline. Because it's like you're wasting this defense's prime, which is right now.
Well, I want to get back to the trade deadline thing because I still have some pushback on that.
All right, put a pin in it.
We'll put a pin in it. There's one reason and one reason only that the Broncos are 8-2. I want to talk about how unhealthy the current dynamic is coming up next.
The Rockies are making moves. Per multiple reports, Colorado is hiring Cleveland Browns executive Paul DePodesta as their new president of baseball operations. Does the analytic expert have the right tools to bring winning baseball back to Coors Field? Denver Sports 104.3. Fan.
Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Hey, Stoke here. At Colorado Joint Replacement, your hip or knee replacement surgery is their first priority. They completed over 27,000 joint replacements since 2005, and their expert surgeons are committed to helping you get back to the life you love. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
Looking to sell your used Rolex watch? We buy and sell pre-owned Rolex watches. All styles, from old to new. Hi, I'm Scott Matthew with Matthew's Fine Watches and Jewelry. Bring in your Rolex watch and we will buy it on the spot. No shipping your watch off to the internet site and waiting to get a check. Bring your used Rolex into Matthews. We have been servicing Colorado since 1951. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center. Matthews, we buy, sell, and service Rolex watches.
Matthews Fine Watches and Jewelry. Located in the Highlands Ranch Town Center or online at matthewsfinewatches.com.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Hey, bro, weirdest thing is happening at the game. This guy sitting next to me says, "You're our good luck charm. Every time I crack a Bud Light, we score a touchdown." Now his entire family wants to buy me Bud Lights. I think I'm some kind of a football prophet. Talk soon. The team needs me.
Anything for Bud Light, the official beer sponsor of the NFL. Stock up today. Enjoy responsibly. Copyright 2025 Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey, it's Mike Evans. Restore your bald spot, reverse your receding hairline, or add volume to thinning hair with the same simple one-day treatment I receive from Dr. Tanya Pauls of Advanced Hair. Your own natural hair begins regrowing the very next day, and your new hair is guaranteed to grow. Advanced Hair has changed tens of thousands of lives, including mine. For your free consultation, $250 off and 250 free hair grafts, call 720-459-HAIR. Advanced Hair.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
On 104.3 HD3. TU Hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 1 with pregame starting at 4:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces San Jose State. And on 104.3 HD3, TU Hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 2. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces UNLV. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
There's one reason, and one reason only, that the Broncos are 8-2. And I just, even as I say it, it's almost impossible to believe that this team is 8-2. Oh, God. There it is.
There we go, Zach.
Turn that mic on.
8-2, baby.
Oh my gosh. I mean, we are living like a fever dream. It feels a lot like 2011 with Tim Tebow. It just does. We were just talking with Justin Adams here during a commercial break, and he said, you want to know what it feels like? He goes, it feels like 2009 when the Broncos were 6-0 under Josh McDaniels.
I forgot about that.
Me too. And I think that's another, sort of hybrid analogy with the Tebow year that we're living through. I mean, it's insane.
Well, I'll tell you this. If we're talking about the Tebow years, I always bring this up. I never forget. I will never forget, because I was the guy that didn't have a lot of money, so I was banking on McDonald's. And McDonald's came up with that deal that every game that the Denver Broncos win, you get a free Big Mac. Maybe McDonald's needs to bring that back for old Bo Tebow then, huh?
God almighty. It's wild, man. But this defense, oh my gosh. The fact that this defense and this offense share the same locker room, it's sort of, have you ever been like in the mall or at the airport and you see like a dude who is with just an absolute smoke show and you're like, wait, but she's with him?
Like, what's going on?
Like, what?
What's wrong with me?
Was everyone just, like, afraid to holler and, like, he's the one guy who did and she's, like, now with him? And it's like this defense is married to this offense, and it's really unhealthy.
Well, they might be trying to get the divorce papers in
Telling
soon.
you what, if this team lost last night, if they lost for whatever reason, I think it's only going to take one loss.
You think it's only one loss before it kind of explodes?
Because I think it's happening right now. I think it's happening right now. In this mini bye, when someone like fill in the blank defender, Nick Bonito, Jonathan Cooper, John Franklin Myers, these guys, they go home over the long weekend and they're with their family, they're with their friends. Like, this is the conversation about the Denver Broncos right now. Like, they're human. They still live in the world. Are they on social media? Probably. So like they're seeing it. And I just think that this balance between this football team right now, despite being 8-2, is being held together with dental floss, one side of the locker room to the other.
No, you know what? And you might be right, because I've been a part of locker rooms that you start to lose games and the offense is not doing well and the defense starts to chirp and you can feel it, where even the defense wants to give you the cold shoulder because it's like, hey, you're not a part of this. Even if we win and you guys don't do well, but we win because of the defense,
right?
You don't get to celebrate.
Right. If
you're hurting us.
If this was a road game and they came home on the plane, you're not hooting and hollering and drinking the beers and doing all that if you're a member of the offense.
No, you're sitting there in that play calling sheet on that iPad trying to figure out how you can score some points to help this defense out, because now the defense is looking at you like, what more do you want us to do?
Right.
We have our defensive linemen catching interceptions. We're trying to get as many sacks as possible. Do you want us to score for you too? And this is where it kind of gets dicey as well. It's like because you have players, and this is across the NFL, you have players on each side making a lot of money. And it's like, hey, you're making a lot of money and being praised, but yet you're not doing your job. But we're doing our part, and nobody's talking about some of these players. Something has to give. So both sides have to continue to be cordial towards each other, and they have to get something going offensively.
Well, I mentioned this on social media last night, and I was being genuine when I was saying it. Sean Payton, Bo Nix, and the rest of that offense needs to go and shake VJ's hand and shake the members of that defense's hand and say thanks. And I'm not saying like actually like, hey, thank you for saving it, but I'm saying like in some sort of way, give some sort of acknowledgement that you guys are carrying us right now, because it's so extreme. I've never seen a football team. I have never seen a team that has this polar opposites of success rate, where this is one of the greatest defenses we've seen in the modern NFL. I mean,
the greatest pass rush.
Dude, 6 sacks last night, 11 quarterback hits, 22 quarterback pressures. According to the ESPN box score, Geno Smith attempted 26 passes. That means he had 4 passes total that he wasn't under pressure. Threw an interception. I mean, these guys, the Broncos recorded their 5th game this season with at least 5 sacks. They're on pace. Let me just read you this. 6 sacks last night. Broncos have now totaled 46 in the first 10 games of the season. That's the most in team history in that span, and most by any NFL team in the first 10 games going back to the late 1989 Minnesota Vikings, who had 1 more sack than the Broncos currently do. So I just...
And Zach, I was watching that game, and I'm like, yeah, this pass rush is just elite. They're dominant. Then you start to kind of dissect it even more. Yes, you got Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonito who are getting after the quarterbacks. But when you talk about the interior,
it's insane.
Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, Malcolm Roach,
it's insane.
DJ Jones, they're doing their part. And it's the depth that this Denver defense, especially in the interior, that the depth there is just insane. And so it's like, man, like they did a good job. George and Sean did a great job, along with Vance Joseph, of course, putting together this defense and finding the right pieces and paying the right guys to do the job. And now look at what's happening. You have a Denver Broncos defense that's so dominant, so elite, that it's literally dragging our offense and winning games by themselves.
It's insane. It's insane. And I went into last night's game, my biggest concern was like, man, Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the National Football League. PS2 typically matches up with him. He's not available to play.
We don't even have PS2 right now.
Phil, they literally couldn't get Brock Bowers the football because Geno Smith was running for his life.
Or limping for his life.
Limping for his life. I mean, they almost knocked another quarterback for the second consecutive, and they did knock him out of the game temporarily. But, they couldn't even let Brock Bowers' routes develop. That's how much pressure he was under. They held the Raiders to under 20 points. That's the 6th time this season that they've held their opponents to under 20 points. They've played 10 games. So 6 of the 10 games have held their opponents to under 20 points. It's tied for the most in the NFL. And they held the Raiders to 4 of 15 on third down. That's the 6th time this season they've held their opponent to under 30% success rate on third down. I mean, what they're doing right now is, by definition, historical.
And you know what? We talk about the interior, the offensive line, the linebackers. When it comes to Alex Singleton and even Dre Greenlaw, they're doing their part. They're stopping the run. But what about Brandon Jones and Hufanga? Specifically Hufanga.
Oh, my
9
gosh.
tackles,
Come on.
1 sack.
Come on.
Like he's doing his part every single Sunday
or
Thursday or Monday.
You said he would have 9 tackles.
Yes. I
called that.
I said Hufanga's going to have 9 tackles.
And I'll go ahead and get to it.
Oh, all right.
Who predicts a punt block? Who predicts a punt block? Phil, yesterday.
Freaky Phil, baby.
On the drive, predicted, I think it was our final segment.
Our final one, yeah.
We're making our bold predictions. You predicted a punt block, and there J.L. Skinner was trying to catch the football with his face. Incredible.
But see, on Thursday nights, a lot of freaky stuff happens. You don't have a lot of time to game plan. You're feeling sorry for yourself. You're going up against the Raiders, who are not a good football team. They were 2-6 at the time. They're 2-7 now. Something like that happens. And the special teams was due for something good to happen to them. And it was one of the bigger reasons why we were able to win the game.
It's true.
defense in a block punt.
Yeah, and the offense was like, thank you for that block punt. We reward you with -2 yards in the next 3 plays.
Thank you, but no thank you.
Like, it's unbelievable. Even when special teams chips in, the offense is like, nope.
Maybe we need to put Tillman back there. Because every time he gets an interception, he be moving.
Did you see Alex Singleton, after the interception, wave him literally?
He's like, come on over here.
Wave Tillman, come to me. And then he squares up the offensive lineman and knocked his lights out.
And pretty much he's showing the offensive lineman how to block and telling, hey, Tillman, come to me because you may be the only hope for us to score a touchdown tonight. So come on.
If you have not seen that play, go to my Instagram video. I did a reel on it, ZBuy23. Go watch it. It's a hysterical play. It's also on my Twitter account at Buysline.
Come on, DeAndre Tillman. You can score for us.
It's
We
unbelievable.
need you.
And Tillman back-to-back weeks. Was it last week or was it 2 weeks ago when Tillman was like?
Oh, it was 2 weeks ago. It was against Dallas, and
Yes.
then it was against the Raiders.
Where it's like you need like Chris Berman being like he's bumbling and mumbling and stumbling and doing all that
Hell,
stuff.
he's better than the cornerbacks out there. He has more interceptions than Riley Moss and Chris Abrams-Drain.
Yeah, pretty cool.
PS2.
And even PS2. Pretty cool. This defense is really something. It's really something. There's only one thing with the Broncos offense that remains consistent. We'll talk about it next.
It wasn't pretty, but the Broncos survived a scare from the Raiders and improved to 8-2 on the season. With Kansas City up next, will Sean Payton find a way to get more out of his offense? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's up, guys? Phillip Lindsay here, and I want to tell you about my new obsession. And that's with Daisy's French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching any big-time game. And now that Daisy's has come out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip, along with a Daisy Ranch Dip, these are definitely game changers that you're not going to want to miss out on. They're as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you can find in your own kitchen. So if you want to be blown away like I was, then give Daisy's French Onion Dip a try today. You can find Daisy's French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
No one does happy hour like Twin Peaks. Whether you're into local craft brews, adventurous cocktails, or ice-cold 29-degree drafts, they've got your drink. Pair it with scratch-made favorites from their special menu. And you've got the perfect way to wind down or turn up. Whatever your vibe, Twin Peaks is your go-to for the best happy hour in the league. See you tonight at Twin Peaks. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Looking for a cleaner, healthier workspace in Denver? Pike Janitorial, locally owned since 1994, delivers custom commercial cleaning, from day porter services to full nightly janitorial, using eco-friendly products safe for kids and pets. Stop overpaying. Pike will beat your current cleaner's price by 10%, guaranteed. Request your free quote at denverjanitorial.com and get your building on a better clean. Pike Janitorial, clean you can count on.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
Things are just better with a partner or a friend. And when it comes to losing weight, Soda Weight Loss makes it easier than ever to let go of the weight for good.
I'd been wanting to lose weight, and I tried on my own. I'd been seeing things for soda, and so we talked to the nutritionist and loved every bit of it. I couldn't be happier, honestly, with the result.
Join with a partner and only pay for one. Imagine achieving all your weight loss goals together with your partner, and you only pay for one.
I've let go 50 pounds, and I don't have the cravings that I used to have.
I would definitely recommend soda. It's because it works. I even recommended it to my daughter, and she's on her journey now.
Just go and look at the almost 9,000 Google reviews about soda weight loss. Lose the weight without injections, without medications, without hunger. Get started now at sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Here's the tale of the daily med fill. Same old pharmacy, same old bill. But those prices kept rising higher still.
Till the savings wrangler rode in, cool as can be. Tap GoodRx, saving massively.
No plan? Don't matter none. Up to 80% off. The deals are done.
Discounts hitting harder than Ma's chili. Dang. That one little app does all the rest.
Save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
I'm Navy vet Phil Briggs, here for Navy Federal Credit Union. I always love Veterans Day because it's when I see my buddies posting up pictures of us when we were younger and built for speed. Navy Federal Credit Union also celebrates veterans of all branches and their families every day of the year. As a veteran, you can become a member and access exclusive rates, discounts, and financial tools for the whole family. So become a member today at NavyFederal.org/veterans. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission. Navy Federal is insured by NCUA.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan's brought to you by Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche.
Joel Klatt, the nation's leading voice in college football, joins Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth every Wednesday morning. Presented by Groove Toyota. Here we go. Tune in at 8:10 for exclusive insight, bold analysis, and maybe just a hint of shenanigans. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
That's the offense getting talked to by the defense. Get out the way. Just
get out the way.
Get out the.
We'll score for you.
Get the out the way.
just know that game check better be sitting in the locker room by my side after I score this touchdown.
Oh my gosh. Well, if you're looking for the single most redeeming quality from the Denver Broncos offense, and we'll talk about Bo Nix in dedicated fashion here in 12 minutes at the top of the hour.
Oh yeah, Bo's in the corner right now.
Yeah, we have not actually had that dedicated discussion. We've talked about the offense, but I want to talk about Bo and Sean specifically here.
And we must. I know somebody out there saying, do we have to talk about Bo? Oh, yes.
Oh, come on. Of course.
And Sean, both of them are in the corner.
But there's one thing on the Broncos offense that remains consistent. One. And that is JK Dobbins. JK Dobbins. I mean, again, like, this dude is the steady hand of the Broncos offense. He goes for 77 yards, more than 4 yards a carry. But again, it was a first half that was infuriating, don't forget, where the passing offense is
not working.
Just drowning. Just drowning in front of everyone. All right. Dobbins averaging 5.5 yards per carry.
Yep.
And for a second consecutive week, got the ball 4 times on the ground.
And 3 of those were 3 in a row.
Correct. It was the first 3 plays, I think.
First 3 plays of the game, and then you go away from J.K. Dobbins. The only thing that's working for you in this offensive line is probably looking at each other like, why aren't we running the ball? J.K.'s probably looking around saying, what's wrong with me, coach? Why don't you like me enough to run the ball early? For J.K., one thing I am impressed of with J.K. is his vision, truly.
Yeah, you're right.
The man has great vision.
He does.
He sees the play before it even starts. And that's why sometimes where he gets the ball, he already hits the outside or he hits a certain hole because he's already seeing it. That's very impressive. And a lot of running backs do not have that skill.
Now
that superpower.
He did not show that vision on that. It was a 3rd and short. Remember when he danced around a little bit and got
too patient.
But yeah, it was just a little too patient. But yeah, in general, like even the first run of the game, because the Broncos were backed up.
Man, at the 2-yard line.
At the 2-yard line. That's how the game started for the Broncos offense. And JK pops a run for like 7 yards on the first carry. If he doesn't have that 7-yard, and there was nothing there. It didn't look like there was anything there. No. He made it happen. And because he does, even though you go 3rd and out, if he gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage, Crawshaw's heels are like
Shankshaw, you mean?
I mean,
Shankshaw.
But I'm saying that actually gave the punt some breathing room.
No, yeah, no. JK is doing his part. Very, very patient runner. That's hard to get down. Has great vision. Everything that you've been looking for in a Denver Bronco running back, he has. And yet we don't utilize him enough. Now, I understand you don't want to run him to the ground, and R.J. Harvey needs to pick his game up so that J.K. can get a breather. But it's the timeliness of everything.
Yep.
When J.K. is rolling, feed him the rock. Let him build Let him help you build off your pass, right? Like, let him do his part. You build off the play action, and then you go from there. Like we say all the time, like Sean knows this. Sean loves his play action, but yet he doesn't run the ball enough to let the play action set up. And for JK, he has to be frustrated. He could have had multiple games where he has went over 100 yards.
Yeah.
And he gets stuck at 70 or 80 yards because he's not getting the ball enough when he's on fire, when he's in some type of rhythm. And that has to stop because the identity of this football team, I feel like a broken record, but Sean's not listening to us, so maybe he's going to listen to us today. The identity of this football team runs through JK Dobbins in the offensive line, the run game.
Check the stat out, okay? And I haven't heard this today. Not saying it hasn't been said. I just haven't heard it.
You always got the good stuff, man.
Dobbins has 9 games, Phil, with 60 or more rushing yards this season. He is the first Denver Bronco player to do so in 9 of the first 10 games of a season since Terrell Davis's MVP season in 1998.
Mr. Consistent. Just like Cortland said, and we like to say that, but for J.K. Dobbins, you know what you're going to get out of him every single game. You know Sean's going to only give him 15 to 16 carries, but you know J.K.'s going to bust one at some point. He's going to get the chunk plays, the 5 yards, the 6 yards. Like, that's who he is. Now, let's run with him.
Yeah.
Let's keep him going.
And he gets to 77 yards last night. He had to do it the hard way because he didn't have any breakaway run. His longest run, I believe, was for 13 yards, I think. And you look at this guy, he is at 772 rushing yards so far this season. 772. All right. If you divide that by 10, you're looking at around 77 yards a game. You do that over the course of a season. He is still on pace more than halfway through the season to go over 1,300 rushing yards.
Like he's gonna get way past 1,000 yards if he can stay healthy.
He's got to stay healthy.
And it was a little scary for a second when JK started limping around. It was a hip drop tackle that JK was very vocal about. He was upset.
Yeah, did you see his tweet today?
Oh, yeah. I mean, because that can break a guy's ankle, you know, and that's something that the NFL was supposed to crack down on. But you're not doing it all the time or consistent enough, and it could have hurt JK. And it goes back to this. What happens if we don't have JK? What happens if JK has to miss a couple games?
Phil, I shudder to think. And this is why the one position that I advocated for them to make a trade for at the deadline was the running back position. Because if he's not available...
No, I thought you said it was, you weren't mad about the trade
No. In general, I'm not. I'm not dying on the hill.
Okay.
But that was my...
that's what you want.
Sort of like wish list. If they were going to make a trade, you need to fortify that position. Because Harvey rarely gets the ball on the ground anymore. What, did he get 2 opportunities last night? Something like that? I'll pull up the box score here in a second. But he just let's see here. He got 4 carries. So he got 4, which is sort of in line with what he's been getting. They're not putting more on his plate. They have taken stuff off of his plate. Talking about Harvey.
Yeah.
But Dobbins, I mean, man, this guy, anyone could have had this guy. He's like Victor Olofsson for the Avs. Anyone could have signed these guys.
Do you extend him?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
No, not yet. We can circle back to that conversation.
The only guy we have.
Yeah, we can. Let's circle back to it. Let's circle back to it.
Put a pin in that one too.
We need to talk about the elephant in the room, and we'll do it next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money, all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Woo-wee! The temps are dropping and that game day energy is heating up. Broncos country, can't you feel it? The crunch of the leaves under your shoes, the chill of the air, the sound of the crowd echoing through the mile-high city. Football season is in full swing. So whether you're bundling up to cheer on the Broncos at Empower Field or heading to Boulder to cheer on Coach Prime and the Buffs, make sure you get there on time and also in style. Leave the traffic and icy parking lots to somebody else. Hermes Reward has you covered with their luxury rides that keep you warm, comfortable, and stress-free all the way to kickoff. Hermes Reward also offers championship-level transportation. Close your eyes and picture this. You and your crew rolling up to the stadium in a sleek, heated vehicle, no parking hassles, no driving worries, just a professional driver ready to get you to and from the game safely. All I need you to do is give them a call today at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Again, give them a call at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports to book your next ride today.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help is received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance supervisor at a manufacturing facility, he knows keeping the line up and running is a top priority. That's why he chooses Grainger. Because when a drive belt gets damaged, Grainger makes it easy to find the exact specs for the replacement product he needs. And next day delivery helps ensure he'll have everything in place and running like clockwork. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. These days, we expect everything fast. Streaming, food delivery, even same-day shipping. So why should using the equity in your home to get cash be any different? At Cake Mortgage, we get fast. We just got a client approved for $300,000 in under 24 hours with our Cake Fast Cash program. If you're struggling with high-interest debt, roll it into one low monthly payment and save hundreds or more each month. The best part? You'll keep your current mortgage rate and only pay for what you use. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked fast cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com for thousands of 5-star reviews.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here for my friends at Cutarelli Vision. I wore glasses for a long time, but when I started needing reading glasses to see menus, text, read stats, to see my computer, I decided to go to Dr. Cutarelli at Cutarelli Vision for refractive lens exchange. It was a game changer for me, and it could be for you too. Join Dr. Cutarelli for his live webinar November 12th at noon to learn about refractive lens exchange from Cutarelli Vision. This free webinar is the perfect opportunity to meet Dr. Cutarelli and have him answer all your questions about RLE, like what is refractive lens exchange? How is it different from LASIK or EVO ICL? Why can't you develop a cataract after RLE? Cutarelli Vision is Colorado's most experienced with over 90,000 vision correction procedures. He can tell you when it's your right time for RLE, like he did me. So register for the webinar at coloradorle.com. It's November 12th at noon. coloradorle.com.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
Football is here, and Fitness Gallery's fall football sale is your playbook for a winning home gym. Save up to 50% off on select premium equipment. Visit any of our 7 stores from Denver to Fort Collins and score big before the sale ends.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
On 104.3 HD3, TU hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 1 with pregame starting at 4:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces San Jose State. And on 104.3 HD3, TU hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 2. Then on the Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces UNLV. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at WistaraCU.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Leading off with the big story of the day, here's The Drive with Zach By and Denver, Colorado's own Phillip Lindsay.
1 hour in the books. Quicker than a New York minute. Hanging out with you on a Reaction Friday, a Victory Friday, November 7th.
You should have said quicker than the Denver Broncos offense goes 3 and out.
Man.
3 and out, 3 and out.
God almighty. It was brutal.
Death, taxes, and the Denver Broncos offense going 3 and out. Those 3 things you can guarantee are going to happen.
Gosh, I mean, it was watching social media last night react to the Broncos, and I'm doing it too, right? I usually live tweet these games, some more than others, but I mean, gosh. And when it comes to Bo, we need to have the conversation about Bo, okay? Go ahead and fill in this blank for me. Bo Nix's performance last night was blank. Go ahead and fill in that blank presented by Williams Jewelers.
Bo Nix's performance last night was bad. It was bad. And it comes down to Bo not doing the simple things right. Like I said earlier, and I know that someone's out there, well, you never played quarterback. Well, I did for a game.
Yeah, I actually did.
I actually did. I didn't throw a pass, but I did. But it's the setting the feet. Staying patient in the pocket.
His feet are chaotic.
That's where you start. Because if your feet are not set, and this is just from like hearing in the meeting rooms and being with the quarterbacks and seeing the coaches critique them as they critique all of us.
Phil, and with all due respect, because you have that unique experience, but you don't need to be in those meetings to see someone not be able to throw a ball when their feet's not set. Like try throwing a ball when your feet are scissored the way that they are sometimes with Bo Nix.
And what I'm trying to get at is like they harp on it. That's one thing that they're going to harp on for a quarterback is, did you set your feet?
Yeah.
Did you step into the throw? Did you climb the pocket? Or were you not patient? Did you freak out? Did you just try to get rid of the ball because you didn't want to get hit? There's certain things that happen, and that's what Bo Nix is exactly doing. For some odd reason, Bo Nix is going back to what he was doing the first 3 or 4 games of his rookie year.
It's true.
And it's like, dude, just work on the process. Just listen to what Sean is telling you to do, your mechanics, what Davis Webb and you guys go through every single week, what you have been doing all camp. Then you get out there during a game, and you change up. You hesitate. You're not as confident as you should be because maybe you see something that you didn't see before. So for Bo Nix, his performance was bad, and it has to get better, or this team is not winning a playoff game.
No. This is their series to start the game. 3 plays, 9 yards, punt. 3 plays, -3 yards, punt. 3 plays, 2 yards, punt. 3 plays, 9 yards, punt. I mean, goodness gracious. It's inept. It is incompetent. It's bad. It's putrid. It's like, do you remember the way that Sean Payton described the 23 season with Russell Wilson?
Oh.
You know, and he was like, give me more adjectives. Like, give me more adjectives of how bad it was to describe to you. Well, this is what we're watching. This is what we're watching. And by the way, these similarities between Russell Wilson, who could not play and literally was getting benched during the season because of how bad his play was.
And everybody was on Russ.
Yes.
They didn't like him.
Sean couldn't stand him, right? This is Russell Wilson through 10 games compared to Bo Nix through 10 games this year. Okay, and I'm quoting the year from 2023 when he was with Sean, not the 22 season when he was with Hackett.
Yeah.
Through 10 games, Russell Wilson, 2,065 yards. Bo Nix, 2,126 yards.
This is through 10 games.
Through 10 games.
Okay.
So, basically think of it the same yardage. I think there's 60 yards difference. This is across 10 games. So, they've thrown the same amount of yards. Russell Wilson, through 10 games with Sean Payton in 23, 19 touchdowns. Bo Nix, through 10 games this season with Sean Payton, 18 touchdowns. So, one less touchdown than Russ. Russell Wilson, through 10 games in 23 with Sean Payton, 4 interceptions. Bo Nix, through 10 games in 25 with Sean Payton, 8 interceptions. So it's the same amount of yards. It's a touchdown less than Russell Wilson and twice as many interceptions. Yeah. Bo, it has backslidden.
Now, I would say, you have Russ, who's been there for a long time, and he's at the end of his career.
Yeah.
You have Bo, who's younger.
Yes, but it was so bad that, this guy can't play. I need to bench this guy.
He has to get him out of the building.
You need to remove the trigger in your contract. It was so bad and dreck and awful and terrible that you were fielding adjectives from the local media to fill in the blank of how bad it was. Statistically, it's actually worse than it was then.
Okay.
But here's the kicker, and I have to mention this because I brought this up a week ago to you before we had these stats. When someone like Robert Griffin III was defending Russell Wilson, and he was saying, look at the numbers. And there was a lot of people look at the numbers. The numbers are there. Look at the touchdowns and interceptions. And I would say, but I know you don't watch the games, because if you actually watch the games and sit through these sequences the way that we do, he's not good, and the offense isn't good. Yeah. But the raw numbers sort of prop something up that's not there. That's what's happening right now with Bo Nix. He is not as good as his numbers.
So you just gave 2 different quarterbacks.
And the numbers are worse than Russ.
2 different quarterbacks, Zach. One quarterback who's a borderline Hall of Famer and at the end of his career, and a young quarterback that's in his second year.
Yep.
Is it the quarterback, Bo Nix, that we look at and say, hey, it's really on you, and you're the one making a bunch of these mistakes, and you're the one out there playing poorly? Or how much of it is on Sean? Because now you have 2 different quarterbacks in the same result. But nobody wants to point to Sean at all. It's still Bo Nix playing bad. So I want to know.
I don't think it's totally one or the other. Have we had this conversation before?
Oh, every day I feel like.
Of course, it's not just one party. This is a marriage. Sean Payton has culpability in this as well, in terms of a play caller, okay? But
you have 2 different quarterbacks.
Sean Payton isn't dirting the ball. Bo Nix is throwing it on second down at the end of the first half with an opportunity to hang points, valuable points in a low-scoring game. He's hucking it downfield into double coverage in the most ill-advised, you wouldn't do that on Madden. And he's doing it. Sean Payton's not dialing that up.
Yeah.
That's poor decision-making. Sean, that footwork, there's no way Sean Payton's coaching that. So is Sean Payton doing a great job, A+ calling plays? I don't think so.
Well, isn't everything that you're saying from Bo Nix, isn't that coaching? Isn't that someone not getting the right coaching, or it's not getting to them, where it's maybe I have to go a different way? Can't you think of it like that? Because as a teacher, if a kid's going in a class but he's not getting it, are we going to blame the kid? Or is it maybe, hey, we have to try to switch up how we do this because every kid's going to learn differently? When I grew up, there was kids that knew how to read. They had to teach me how to read. They had to teach me, by doing certain things.
Yeah.
So when do we look at it like this? Bo is not playing well. But how much of it is on Sean when it comes to coaching this young man up who's in his second year? And he's still developing, and he is still going to do some bad stuff because he's a baby still. I know he's 24 years old, but 25, but it's the NFL.
Yep, no, I got it. And look, that's why I make sure to say, Sean Payton's not off the hook here. He is not holding up his end of the bargain.
He handpicked this quarterback.
He did. And then after he handpicked him, he told everyone and their brother who had a pair of ears that this kid was the real deal. He's the next big thing. He's going to be a top 4. And then he amended it, top 5 quarterback. Put a timestamp on it. It was foolish then. And I said it in the moment. Why would you do that? It's dumb. It's ill-advised. It's hubris. It's arrogance.
And here's the other thing, Zach. This is the first time Sean Payton has ever had to handpick a young quarterback.
Correct.
And develop him.
Correct.
Everybody wants to talk about the Drew Brees, but nobody wants to say and talk about what Drew Brees was doing before he got injured with the San Diego Chargers. And yes, it was the San Diego Chargers back then. When Drew Brees got to New Orleans, he was banged up with the shoulder. Now, it took some time to get used to Sean Payton's play calling sheet and what he has to do, but Sean did not have to deal with a baby at quarterback. He was a veteran.
Phil, Drew Brees was already a quarterback of a 11-win football team before his career ever intersected with Sean Payton. Okay? Go look it up. They were 11-4 in 2004. All right? So, and this is why.
And I know Bo's bad. I don't want to get up like Bo's.
Yes, and
but this is like
we will circle
Sean.
back. Yeah.
For Sean, it's like you're getting quarterback now. This is your second quarterback. The quarterback that you didn't like in Russ has the exact same stats as the quarterback that you handpicked.
Yes. That you're calling people and leaving voicemails and just saying, I love my cue and hanging up. It's bizarre, okay? And again, this is not retroactive takes. I said all this in the moment. But with Sean, I remember, because Sean, he talks so much and he's so arrogant. And that arrogance it comes from like success. Like he has had real success. The Broncos are 8-2.
Yeah.
Like I have to keep reminding myself of that. That he's a huge part of that. Like he's probably the biggest part of it. Broncos didn't win 8 games for 9 years in a row, and they've won at least 8 for 3 straight years.
Good coach.
Sean Payton is a good coach, okay? But when you say over and over and over again, confidence can only come from one place, demonstrated ability. He has said it so much that last week in the press conference after the win against Houston, when asked, hey, how come you guys have faith and you guys can come back? He goes, what do I say confidence comes from? And he's making the media answer it and fill in the blank because he has said it so much. To which I said in the moment when he said ahead of the NFL draft last year when he drafted Bo Nix, when he said, we're going to make this look easy, and we're actually thankful that other teams are bad at this. I said, wait a second. You've never done what you're saying you're about to do and shot calling, but you're the same guy who says you can only have that level of confidence if you've demonstrated that ability. You've never demonstrated that ability. So Sean is a little bit,
And so that's why I'm asking. I'm like, yes, a lot of this is on Bo. He is the player. Players make plays. Players win games for you. But you're throwing a quarterback out there in his second year, and it doesn't seem like he's getting it. Is that on Bo, who's only in his second year, not even fully into a second year? Or is that on the offensive coordinator, the coach, the guru quarterback coach, to teach him how to be a quarterback in this league, to teach him how to be a Drew Brees, since you helped Drew Brees become Drew Brees, right?
I don't want to hear that comparison for at least the rest of the year. That like he's found his next Drew Brees. I mean, how many times have we heard that? Stop all the shot calling. He's going to be top 5 in the next 2 years, calling people, leaving voicemails. Davis Webb telling the broadcast crew in the last 3 weeks, Bo Nix is the best thrower of the football on the run in the NFL. Stop. Let it unfold. Actions over words. Stop with the talking, the hype. Because look at what we're watching here. It's
not good.
No, it's not. It's not. But at the end of the day, if you're asking who is, because it's both of them. I don't want to say it's all on him, it's all on this guy. It's both these guys. But who is it on more? It's the guy who touches the football. It's players make plays, players win games, you tell me, right?
Yep, all the time.
So when the guy's cleats are in the grass, all right, you are the gladiator in the arena. And Bo cannot help a lot of the stuff that Sean has put in his way with his own mouth, okay? Bo can't help that. I don't think Bo's naturally like that. I don't think Bo likes
seemed
that.
a little upset when Sean was saying all that.
He did. And
put a lot of pressure on that young man.
He did, like for no reason. It's like, you ever see those like online? It'll be like, no one. And then someone doing something. It's like, no one was asking for the hype train. Like, it was foolish then. It's foolish now. Looks even worse now. But ultimately, Bo Nix is in the NFL. And even though he was handpicked by Sean, like you're the gladiator in the arena. You're the one dirting the ball. You're the one throwing it in the double coverage. You're the one who's got the sloppiest footwork of any starting caliber quarterback right now. I mean, the Ringer outlet owned by Bill Simmons, they came out with their quarterback rankings midway in the season. Bo Nix is 25.
Yeah.
And I don't know, man.
So where are you at with Bo?
I still believe. Okay. And I'm not doing the Bo leave thing. I'm saying like literally. I still believe Bo can get to the place where he wants to go, and Sean Payton believes he can go. And I said to you a couple days ago, I will bet on people who are obsessive. But right now, this man is gripping the steering wheel so tight, Phil. He is so tight.
He is, but this is why it's like, hey, Bo needs to do his part. But this is for Sean. Now it's like, Sean, when you watch film and you were evaluating Bo for the draft, he came out of Oregon. What was he doing that was so successful? Getting the ball out of his hands. Time was quick passes, right? You see what's going on with Bo Nix these last 3-4 games, let's just say. I have yet to see a quick pass. I have yet to see a slant route. Something where you can just get 4 or 5 or 6 yards, get it into your receiver's hands. Maybe they break a tackle and get you a first down or a little bit more than that. But it just settles everybody down and it settles Bo down. You're forcing Bo to do something he's not comfortable doing right now. You're forcing Bo Nix to do something that's not his identity. He wants to run a little bit, but also he wants to get the ball out of his hands as fast as possible. So why are we not doing more quick game? Why are we not trying to just kind of methodically go down the field? All right, march down the field. Why does everything have to be this deep ball or try to hit the middle of the field? Like, let that organically happen as he gets more confidence. The reason why I feel like Bo Nix is struggling as much as he is because he doesn't have that quick game that he's used to having in college. Because Sean wants it to be so his way of doing it, where it's like you have to tailor it even more. Just get the ball out of this man's hands until he can get in some type of rhythm, and you can build off of that. We're not seeing a quick game with Bo Nix, and that's where he thrived when he was with the Oregon Ducks.
Well, it's so far removed from acceptable, and we're just looking for competent, and it's to the point where, like, when we're seeing it over and over, and yes, he has got this clutch gene about him where late in games he becomes a much better version, if not the best version of himself.
He plays free at the end of games.
But this is not like what we're watching here is unhealthy. It's unhealthy. And it's only going to take a loss, maybe 2, for this polar opposite dynamic between the offense and the defense start to become a problem. And so Bo's got to be better. Sean's got to be better. I mean,
the team has to be better around Bo because, Zach, there was a bunch of drops. RJ had to drop. Evan Ingram had 2.
Tyler Bidet
again. He's consistently dropping the ball. I don't know, like with Tyler Bidet, at some point there's way too many mouths that have to be fed, and you need to feed your two running backs that you feel like you're going to roll with. That's JK and RJ Harvey. All right, Tyler Bidet is there to be a third-string running back, a special teams player. Stop trying to force Tyler Bidet to be a third down back when he's not right now. Give that role to JK or RJ and let's roll with it. Because when Tyler Bidet gets in the game, 1, it's a telltale sign that you're passing the damn ball. 2, it's not working. He's not catching the football. He's dropping it more times than not. Sorry, I had a little rant with that. I'm tired of that.
Where do you think Bo Nix ranks in the NFL in completion percentage?
Probably, I'm just gonna guess right here, 27th.
Pretty good guess, dude. He's 29th.
29th. 32 quarterbacks.
Yeah. And there's a few more because, other guys have had to play and quarterbacks get hurt and stuff. But 29th, and this is a team that throws more passes at or behind the line of scrimmage than any team in the National Football League. And its completion percentage is 29th. I don't know, man. I am still incredibly hopeful.
Yeah, I'm not like Bo is going to be just fine. He is going to be just fine.
I don't know about that. I believe he will.
Oh, please make this make sense.
Continue to develop, but in terms of like he's a sure thing. I don't think he's a sure thing. You think he's a sure thing?
Nobody in this league is a sure thing. But for Bo, it's his second year.
Hold on a second. You can't say that.
Why not?
Because you've already crowned him as a franchise quarterback.
That's fine. I never said he wasn't a franchise quarterback.
So you can't say, it's his second year. Well, he's a franchise quarterback.
Even franchise quarterbacks mess up.
No, I'm not talking about a game here. I'm talking about a guy over the course of a season has a completion percentage of 60%.
But, Zach, did you not just hear what I said about the drops? That some of those passes aren't just on Bo. That's on the drops of the Cortland Sutton dropping the ball.
So take them out. Take all the drops out.
There was a lot of drops yesterday night.
What grade would you give Bo Nix for this season so far?
C-.
Okay.
C-.
Okay.
I'm not
that's
going to
fair.
go.
No, that's fair. No,
C-.
No, I think that's fair.
You going to give him a C-?
Yeah, I honestly think that's the perfect grade for Bo because you have to take into account these fourth quarter comebacks, but in totality, like when I've been watching Bo Nix this season, like it's not screaming franchise quarterback. He's not jumping off the page to me. Like but by the way, you know who's number 1 in the NFL in completion percentage? Number 1 in completion percentage.
Josh Allen.
Nope. Drake May. Second-year quarterback.
Okay, but also
who's played less football than Bo, who also has a first I was going to say first-time coach, a new coach
Vrabel.
as well.
Vrabel, but also the offensive coordinator is
Josh McDaniels.
Yep.
But he's new too. This is a whole new offense and everything for Drake May. One guy is leading the National Football League over everyone in completion percentage, 74%. Bo Nix, his completion percentage has dropped from 66% to 60%. That's a huge drop.
It is.
And he's getting worse. That's the thing that concerns me. He's actually getting worse.
You're praising Drake May. But Drake May, as much as Josh McDaniels is not a good head coach.
Really good offensive coordinator.
He's being known as an offensive coordinator.
What's Sean Payton's reputation?
But we keep saying that. But for the last couple years, it hasn't looked the same as when Sean was with the Saints. And we went through 2 different quarterbacks. And that's why I brought it up earlier. Like, yes, Bo Nix it has to do his part. But how much of it is on Bo and how much of it is on Sean Payton? Does he still have his fastball as an offensive play caller?
What we're living through and experiencing is why when we had those heated debates about franchise quarterback, I'm like, I think he can get there, but he's not there right now.
You need help to be a franchise quarterback, right? You're saying you're not there.
Phil, he's got the best defense in the league, a top 5 running back, one of the best offensive lines, a number 1 receiver.
You need help when it comes to being a franchise quarterback, when it comes to your play caller. Josh Allen had a great play caller, right? At one point, was it Brady?
You're talking about Daboll, the Giants coach.
Yeah, the ball.
Yeah.
And then after that, he had another one that's been okay.
He had another one who got fired, Ken Dorsey, and then he's got Joe Brady.
Joe Brady.
Yeah.
Joe Brady, who's been.
But here's the difference. He kills it with
with
all of them though.
But Andy
he
Reid.
kills it with all of them. That's what makes him a franchise quarterback. You can take things out, Stephon Diggs out, Coach out, and he's still great.
But he still also had someone to start with. If he didn't have the ball, I don't think he's the guy that he is today.
I think there's truth to that. I think there's truth to
Andy Reid with Patrick Mahomes. Like this is what you have to have a good play caller to help your young quarterback who you think is going to be a franchise QB.
I happen to think Bo has a lot of awesome stuff at his disposal.
Yes, a defense.
Like he's like, what are the 2 things that you would need to help a young quarterback? A defense and a run game.
Yeah,
right?
but we don't run the game. We don't run the ball, Zach.
Well, there is criticism to be had for Sean Payton. There's no doubt.
Okay,
there's no doubt.
That's the offensive coordinator for you.
But it's like I don't want to overcomplicate it too. When I watch a guy throwing the ball in the dirt, missing guys, throwing the ball to the other team,
what do? You
it's like
simplify it. You take it out of his hands until he's ready to go. And Sean won't do that. He continues to let him throw 30, 40, 50 times in a game instead of saying, let me take it out of your hands and set you up for success.
I am not going to disagree with that. Because you want to know what? Has the passing game been good this year for the Denver Broncos?
It has not.
Right? So tell me why Bo Nix came into the game last night 5th in attempts. 5th!
OC, man. OC.
It's a drive on the fan.
The offense and special teams left a lot to be desired. But the Denver Broncos defense proved once again why they're one of the best units in the NFL. Will Vance Joseph's crew continue to anchor the team through a pivotal stretch of games coming up? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Ever tried fixing an outlet yourself? First, you watch a DIY video, then you grab your tools. Next thing you know, sparks are flying and your hair looks like you just licked an electrical socket. Let's avoid that, shall we? Piper Electric has been providing expert electrical service since 1983. Repairs, upgrades, EV charger installations, even commercial and industrial. They do it all and do it right. They're giving you $50 off your next service. No fried hair required. Call 303-422-9219 today. Piper Electric. Leave the electricity to the experts.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
At 303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens, the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey, it's Mike Evans with Todd Whalen from Advanced Tax Solutions. Todd, the government is shut down, the IRS is shut down, but what does that mean for folks who are dealing with the IRS?
Yeah, Mike, it's big news. The IRS has been laying off people again. So my advice right now really would be to take care of the problem while nobody's looking, especially if you have unfiled tax returns. It's better to just kind of slip them in right now when nobody's looking. A lot less scrutiny. And so now's the time to get in and, save yourself the stress. The slower they move, the better job we can do and the better outcome you're going to have. But if they're hot and heavy on your back, that's not the time to take care of a tax problem. So for your own peace of mind and sanity, if you have unfiled tax returns, give us a call today.
There he is, Todd Whalen, with over 30 years of experience helping people with their IRS issues. Please take advantage of what he can do for you. Call Advanced Tax Solutions, 303-753-6040.
When I was in Iraq, our convoy was hit. It was bad. After I came home, I could still hear booms and see tracer fire. Makes it hard to be a good mom.
As America's veterans face challenges, DAV is there.
I'm Naomi Mathis, Air Force veteran.
With the right support, more veterans can reach victories, great and small.
With help from DAV, I was able to begin to heal.
DAV provides a lifetime of support to veterans of every generation, helping more than 1 million veterans each year.
Today, I'm part of DAV. We're veterans helping veterans to get the benefits they've earned. And I give my veterans my all.
But there's more to be done and more victories to be won.
My victory is being able to be here for my children.
Naomi Mathis, thank you for your service. May your victories inspire many more. Support more victories for veterans. Go to DAV.org.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach By here for 5280 Exteriors. Right now, they have a generous deal on windows. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase. On top of that, they want to be a part of your Thanksgiving celebration. They will provide you with a $100 gift card to your local grocery store to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. Call 5280 Exteriors today to take advantage of this special November promotion. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Hey, Brandon Stokely here. Colorado Joint Replacement is part of Advent Health, one of the nation's largest healthcare providers. They offer innovative hip and knee replacement surgery with expert, compassionate care. To schedule an appointment, visit coloradojoint.org.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Want to partake in our contest? Check out the rules at DenverSports.com.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
On 104.3 HD3, TU hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 1 with pregame starting at 4:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces San Jose State. And on 104.3 HD3, TU hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 2. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces UNLV. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air with pregame starting at 6:30.
One of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Every day at 3:30, the drive comes off the top rope to hit you with a 1, 2, 3.
Finally, The Rock has come back to Denver.
Tape your wrists, stretch your spandex, and oil your hair. Here's Zach and Phil with today's 3 count on the drive.
All right, let's come off the top rope with it.
I forgot it was Friday.
Friday.
I'm like, damn, why are you holding so long?
Gotta
It's
hold it
Monday.
on a Friday. Right. Happy Friday to you guys. Reaction Friday, Victory Friday. Although when talking about the Broncos offense, it doesn't feel like it. Going to try to reset here.
Woo! 8-2, baby.
8-2. Let's just keep saying that over, like 8-2. 8-2. Like we have an obligation once a segment to remind ourselves they're 8-2. Actually, how about this for a fun fact? All right. During the NFL best 7-game Broncos win streak, the Broncos' 7 wins in a 39-day span tie the 1973 Dolphins and the 2021 Packers for the most in the NFL going back to the 1930s. They have compressed a lot of football into a 39-day stretch.
That is a lot of football for the body, and it's impressive that the Denver Broncos are 8-2 after playing that many games. So that's something that you still have to take in consideration of, like, hey,
wait, you're not
maybe the
not
offense
making
is
excuses.
just tired.
No.
Hey,
No.
8-2.
No.
8-2.
Yeah. You can't say, these are pro athletes. They have pretty much everything they need at their disposal. I used to work 4 different jobs at one time in my 20s.
That was
tiring. Yeah. All right. Oh my gosh. What else here? Oh man, how about the penalties? Another problem that's already really bad and actually getting worse. I mean, last year, Denver didn't have 1 game with double-digit penalties. They already have 4 in the first 10 games. This is the single most undisciplined team in the entire National Football League.
I feel like we just put ourselves on repeat. It's bad. It's like having that bad rash that you ignore. At some point, if you don't get cream for that rash. By the way, Zach, did you get some cream for the rash?
It's taken care of.
All right. It's going to spread. And that's exactly what's happening with the penalties. It's like you're not taking care of the penalties. They're spreading.
Oh, my gosh. I got to share this with you. So Richie, here behind the scenes, he just texted me, and I'm seeing it. He's timing the Friday off the top rope.
Oh.
He said that was a 6.53 second hang time on the off the top rope intro. So, okay, now we have a benchmark to shoot for. Okay, next in the 3 count.
1, 2.
All right, man, Jaden Daniels will not need surgery for his non-throwing arm, and he's also not going to go on IR. I thought he could be done for the season.
It was a gruesome-looking injury, and I hate looking at injuries, Zach, and it doesn't seem like you like him either.
No.
And it's just, woo-wee. But he's coming back at some point.
And that's relevant to the Broncos because that's their first opponent out of the bye week. So there still exists a possibility, if they don't want to put him on IR, That would take him, put him on the shelf for four games. It lives within the realm of possibility that Jaden Daniels will be back for the Bronco game. We'll see on that. But, man, he is, again, like you're talking about a sophomore slump, man, it just has not looked the same as that rookie year for Jaden Daniels.
It hasn't. And also, to be fair with Jaden Daniels, and this is a thing that's bad for him, is he can't stay healthy.
Right.
So if you're not out there, you can't get the stats. You can't get in a rhythm, but that's on you. Like, if you can't stay healthy, you have to do something about it.
Well, we will hang tight on that update from Jaden Daniels.
1, 2, 3!
All right, we have to play something here. We have to play something because, man, Colin Cowherd on today's show reacting to the Bronco game last night, Thursday Night Football. Now, we know Colin is a Sean guy, okay? We have been made aware that they had gone out to dinners when he was working at Fox that lasted hours, okay? They know each other very well. They're close. Listen to Colin Cowherd. And this is why this is why he's the GOAT. Not necessarily because of what he says in this actual bite, but he is not handcuffed to Sean. And certainly, by the sounds of it, not handcuffed to Bo, who has been very high on. Now, this clip is a little bit longer than one we would normally play, but listen to Colin Cowherd, Uncle Colin, on today's show.
In my opinion, Bo Nix looks nervous. That's why he's so bad in the first half. It's like he's trying to please Sean Payton, feels the weight of the world on his shoulders. He is nervous. Side-arming stuff, feels rushed when he's not rushed, skipping balls out of the backfield. Like, I get throws downfield were tough last night for both quarterbacks. It was windy. Denver gets that way. We're moving into the winter. But it shouldn't look like that. He looks nervous. He looks like he's got a lot of anxiety, and he only plays well most of this year in the fourth quarter when he trails and has nothing to lose. He just lets it go. Sean Payton now is trying to protect Bo Nix, and so he's making some odd compensation calls, like that double pass on 3rd and 1. It's just a bad call. Well, Sean Payton didn't get dumb. He's trying to protect him. He knows that Bo Nix is not right upstairs, and because this Raider defense hasn't made any quarterback look that bad this year. So the Broncos have 1 touchdown in their last 17 drives. They have more 3-and-outs than the Titans. Yeah. So I'm dead serious here. Sean Payton is a very impatient guy. He also understands the urgency at quarterback, unlike a lot of coaches in this league. I wonder, because the roster, the O-line set, the D-line set, the pass rush, the receivers, would Sean Payton draft another quarterback?
Wow.
Woo-wee. He might drop right there, huh?
I mean, really interesting. And again, I find it fascinating because how close Colin is to Sean.
Well, when Colin says he knows, like, how do you know that? Is he telling you this right after the game? When he's driving home, sad, he's talking to Uncle Colin?
Maybe. It's Sean, so you never know.
Man.
But when you say the Broncos have more punts than the Titans.
Yeah, it's bad. But then again, it's the whole segment that we just got done doing. Like, Colin, stop trying to separate Bo and Sean. They're married together. You even said it yourself, but guess what? Sean went out there and handpicked Bo.
He did.
So now don't sit here and try to protect Sean.
Right.
And try to throw Bo under the bus because of what Sean wants you to say. That's what it sounds like. No.
I mean, you don't sound crazy. It's a little conspiracy, but you don't sound crazy. I mean, but think about this sentence, Phil.
Yeah.
The Broncos at 8-2 have more punts than the Titans at 1-8. That should not make sense. That's a tweet. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Hey, the script writers are doing a great job this year.
God almighty.
They're doing a great job this year.
What a script for the Broncos. I mean, this is unbelievable.
Yeah, it has to change if we're gonna hold up a Lombardi trophy. That's all I gotta say.
You're not gonna win a playoff game with this offense.
Yeah, let's start there.
Yeah, let's start there. Okay. All right. Shifting gears from the Broncos here, we've used the first hour and 40 minutes of today's show, and rightfully so. I mean, rightfully so. There's so much to it, and there's still so much to it. We haven't got to a lot of the stuff that we ultimately will, but we'll hit the pause button briefly here. What's the number one thing to watch for tonight as the Nuggets host the Warriors in a rematch of their Game 1 loss? That's next.
This Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan needs your help as we look to give back to those who have served their country. Teaming up with Foundation Cadillac, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is giving away 1 year of free oil changes to one of our state's many veterans. To nominate a current or former service member, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The Fed just dropped rates again, and that's really great news for American homeowners. If you're feeling overwhelmed, thinking about the upcoming holidays, there is no better time than now to get your finances in order. With rates dropping, now is the time to pay off that debt. American Financing is helping homeowners access the equity in their home for instant savings. They're saving people just like you an average of $800 a month, and many are seeing rates in the low fives. That's a game changer compared to those sky-high credit cards. And if you start today, you may be able to delay 2 mortgage payments. It costs absolutely nothing to find out how much you can save. The holidays are going to be here before you know it, so don't wait. Call their salary-based mortgage consultants today. American Financing can be reached at 303-695-7000. That's 303-695-7000 or online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org. APR for rates in the 5s start at 6.196 for well-qualified buyers. Call 303-695-7000 for details about credit costs and terms.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. More fiber?
What?
Down here, buddy. It's me, your spoon. Constipation with belly pain still coming back?
Yeah.
Talk to your doctor. It could be irritable bowel syndrome with constipation, or IBS-C, but Linzess could help you get ahead of it.
Linzess linaclotide is a prescription medicine that treats IBS-C in adults. It's not a laxative. It's a once-daily pill that helps you get ahead of your symptoms. It's proven to help you have more frequent and complete bowel movements and helps relieve overall abdominal symptoms, belly pain, discomfort, and bloating. These symptoms were studied in combination, not individually. Do not give Linzess to children less than 2. It may harm them. Do not take Linzess if you have a bowel blockage. Get immediate help if you develop unusual or severe stomach pain, especially with bloody or black stools. The most common side effect is diarrhea, sometimes severe. If it's severe, stop taking Linzess and call your doctor right away. Other side effects include gas, stomach area pain, and swelling. Talk to your doctor and say yes to Linzess. Learn more at linzess.com or call 1-800-LINZESS.
This is a test of the emergency alert system. This has been a test of the emergency alert system.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for Mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
Peyton Manning here. Throughout my football career, staying healthy was a big priority, but bumps, bruises, and injuries were part of the game. And for me, it's not just the clinical excellence and expertise that sets a medical team apart. It's also the compassion, kindness, and empathy they show. At Common Spirit Health, healing is quality care and human kindness. And my friends at Common Spirit are teaming up with their partners to spread human kindness and create healthy communities. Common Spirit Health. Hello, human kindness.
Brandon Stokely here from my friends at Roller Auction. Do you have items you're looking to sell? Since 1976, Roller Auction has been conducting commercial and industrial auctions for Colorado government agencies, Fortune 500 companies, small business owners, secured creditors, individuals, and more. They have a large marketplace to showcase your assets, so don't wait. Visit rollerauction.com for a free consultation and turn those items into some cold, hard cash. Again, go visit them at rollerauction.com. That's rollerauction.com.
Happy holidays from Done Right Home Improvements. Putting off that home makeover till after the holidays? Well, good, because book your project now for install after and save 16% or get a great financing deal. drhi.com.
Are you one of those people who dread going to the dentist? If so, have you tried sedation dentistry? Learn more about sedation dentistry at coloradosedation.com. Sit back, relax, and dream with the most experienced sedation dentist and staff at Clarkson Dental.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
Stay up to date on the Broncos and the latest news from around the league with our NFL insider James Palmer, exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Mondays on The Rundown with Richie Carney, Tuesday afternoons on The Drive, and Friday mornings on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, all season long. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, shifting gears here for just a couple minutes away from the Broncos. We'll get back into it here at the top of the hour, 14 minutes from now, because there is a lot of meat left on this bone, I can promise you. But I'm curious, what's the number one thing that you're looking for tonight as the Nuggets host the Warriors in a rematch of their Game 1 loss? Remember, they lost in overtime in that first game to the Golden State Warriors. Now, the complexion of this one is a lot different, as Steph Curry has already been ruled out of this one. The only reason the Warriors won that Game 1 was because of Steph Curry. He was fantastic. So different challenge, but I'm still curious what you're looking for.
No, it's definitely going to be a challenge. You got Draymond Green, who should be in the lineup, that is going to play fierce defense, and this team is going to be one that's going to be streaky. If you let them get going from the perimeter, they can get hot. So what I'm looking for, Zach, is Cam Johnson. That's what I want to see. Like, can we get hot? Defensively, we have to be better, and I know it's early. I feel like we have to always shoehorn that one in. It's early. But for Cam Johnson, can you finally start to find your groove, start to find your rhythm when you're open? Because Jokic is going to continue to feed you the ball. You're going to continue to have good shots, and can you make them? Because if you can make them and be the third best player on this team, it's going to be hard to beat the Denver Nuggets.
I like that one. I think it's probably right now the biggest storyline within the Denver Nuggets that has a negative tone to it. You know, he just has not been, I'll raise my hand first, not been what I thought he was going to be. I do ultimately believe he's going to settle into that role, but unfortunately, he's not close to it right now. He's averaging 8 points a game. I mean, gosh, talking about like a step back in production year over year, Cam Johnson is the only starter who's not averaging double figures. It's his lowest output, believe it or not, going back to his rookie season in Phoenix, 2019 and 20. He's actually averaging right now, and it's probably too early and a bit unfair to be talking about season averages after 7 games, but we're reacting to the games. We waited so long for the season to get here.
We are always reacting.
He's averaging 10 less points a game season over season. Put it like this. Cam Johnson is averaging more points less than a year ago than he's actually averaging points. Averaging 10 less points.
That's crazy.
Year over year, he's only averaging 8. So it's got to improve, and the hometown crowd is waiting for this guy to fill it up. They are, and it's another opportunity tonight to get it going. I think this game is on Prime Video, I want to say. Is that right? But is that still the case for us here locally? Do we know that is still the case? So you'll have to watch it on Prime? Okay, because last night, like the Broncos game is on Prime, Thursday Night Football.
Yeah.
But you could watch it on ABC here locally. So I'm not sure. I wasn't sure how is that going to work here for us locally. But
what are you looking for?
One, just from a health standpoint, Jimmy Butler, I think, has a tight back. I want to say he's questionable. We don't know if he's going to play. So if he doesn't play, you're literally having the 2 leading scorers not play. And even without Curry, it's like the Nuggets playing without Jokic. He is the engine that makes the car go. Like Aaron Gordon could be the tires, Jamal's the steering wheel, but the engine is Joker. Same goes for Steph in Golden State. So it kind of stinks, honestly, because I'm looking forward to seeing Steph and seeing Jimmy Butler. And
it's kind of like the Denver Broncos, right? Where the Denver Broncos keep knocking out these starting quarterbacks, and it's like, okay, now you have a backup in there. You should be able to beat the backup. That's the exact same thing. Like Anthony Edwards wasn't there.
Yeah.
When you were playing the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Now you're playing the Warriors without Steph Curry. When Steph Curry played, you got beat by him. Now that Steph Curry's not playing, you should be able to handle business when you have the best player on the world on your team.
Yeah, and you still have to protect home court. We talked a little bit about that yesterday following the Heat win on Wednesday night. Is the Nuggets are 4-0 at home. And this was a drastic change a year ago where the Nuggets almost lost the same amount of games at home as they did on the road. What did I say yesterday? Was it, I think, 15 losses at home a year ago?
A year ago.
The year that they won the championship, they lost 7 total games at home. So they've got to get back to protecting their home floor. This is a back-to-back Friday and Saturday, home against Golden State, home against the Indiana Pacers, who are drastically different than they were a year ago because of injury and a couple departures there. So, but for me, to answer your question, what's the number one thing I'm looking for? If it's not Cam Johnson, honestly, it would be probably just Jamal Murray and the way he's moving around. I think through the first 3 games, it was like, oh, Jamal's back.
Yeah.
Hey, like the last 2 years, like nothing to see, no problem.
Everybody wanted to take the victory lap, including me. Let's go, Jamal. Starting fast.
Yeah, he started really fast through the first 3 games. Since then, he has been 17 points or less in 3 of the last 4. And some of that is just not making shots, but it's more than that. If you're actually watching the games, Jamal is not moving the same with the same spryness that he was in games 1, 2, and 3. Talked about it yesterday. He's already dealing with a calf. He's always kind of dealing with something. And I'm like, man, it's so early. You know, I was hoping that he'd be basically sustaining what he did through the first 3 games. Not necessarily scoring 43, against Minnesota, but, the 25 against Golden State, the 23 against Phoenix. He can live there on a night-to-night basis if he ever found and unlocked that consistency. But, yeah, I'm just not.
And another thing I want to see is from the bench, Zach. Now, Tim Hardaway Jr. propped it up because he had 18 points against the Heat. But other than that, I think the bench was disappointing. And I want to see the bench go out there and contribute a little bit more, score some points. I don't want to see Jokic playing 37 minutes tonight when you don't have a Steph Curry. Like, Jokic is going to do his part. The starting 5 have to do their part. But when the bench gets out there, sustain the lead. Keep it going. Add on to it. Tim Hardaway Jr. is going to continue to do what he does because he's in a rhythm.
But
everybody else,
Peyton
Watson, does Julian Strawther get a chance to play tonight? Like, these are the questions I want to see from the bench.
Yep, and tonight is the night because of this matchup, because you're home, because of who they won't have. Already with Steph, we'll hear about Jimmy Butler. Tonight is the night that David Adelman needs to go up to Cam Johnson before the game and say, dude, everyone believes in you. All your teammates believe in you. The entire arena at your back believes in you. Go take 15 shots. Go take 9 threes. Like, just
get it up.
Get it up. Be a willing shooter. I mentioned this yesterday, but Cam Johnson needs to borrow some of the current mindset and confidence from Tim Hardaway Jr. Because you watch Tim Hardaway right now, that's a dude who's just playing basketball. He is not thinking at all. And it looks like Cam Johnson is trying to do calculus in his head while he's playing a game of basketball. Not healthy. So we'll see what it looks like tonight. It should be, truly, if the focus is right, should be an auto dub for the Nuggets at home.
Like, everybody gets a little bit of rest in that fourth quarter.
Yeah. That'd be great.
That's what needs to happen. Just handle the Warriors because the Warriors are not at full strength.
Yep.
Simple as that.
Yep. Okay. Broncos, once again, sustain the unsustainable. And we'll take a dive back into it coming up next.
In familiar fashion, Denver's defense held their own, while Sean Payton and Bo Nix found just enough to earn their first divisional win of the season. As the back half of the season begins, can the Broncos keep up their improbable winning ways? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, what's up, guys? Zach here on behalf of the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, talking to you men out there about how you're feeling on this Friday. Are you psyched up for the weekend, or you feel like you've had to drag yourself all the way through the finish line on a Friday, and you were ready for the weekend on Wednesday because you have low energy. Maybe you're feeling sluggish. Your sleep patterns are off. You're not making it to the gym like you used to. And because of that, maybe you're putting on the extra LBs, and hopefully you're not feeling sad or depressed. Guys, believe it or not, all these symptoms can be tied back to low testosterone, all right? Go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. Take the low T quiz on their website. It's a simple 10-question quiz with yes or no answers. It takes 2 minutes. But from there, you can schedule a consult with Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic. They draw your blood. They'll have the results within 30 minutes. A Colorado licensed medical provider will review those results with you, discuss your options. There's no pressure, okay? Cost of the appointment is just $99. That includes a medical consult, a T and PSA test. And if you sign up for testosterone treatment the day of your appointment, your visit is free. Fellas, we have one life to live. Don't spend years wondering if you're suffering from low testosterone. Go take that low T quiz at RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with $0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with $0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
I'm Brad Barnett, president of Mountain High Appliance. Visit our Denver Clearance Center during our Black Friday sale going on now. Save up to 75% on name brand appliances like Whirlpool, KitchenAid, GE, and Bosch. With unbeatable prices on top quality appliances, now is the perfect time to upgrade your home. Don't miss out on these exclusive deals. Visit us today at the Denver Clearance Center. When you think appliances, think Mountain High Appliance. Open 7 days a week.
Mountain High Appliance, your favorite appliance store.
Thank you. Dan Jacobs with 303 Law 4040. With just a friendly tip here, I like to remind people that they never want to be gambling that the person that hits them has good insurance. So I want you to take a look at your insurance policies. Check and make sure that you have two things. One's called MedPay coverage. You want to make sure you have that. And then also UM/UIM coverage. This will protect you in case you get into an accident and the person that hits you doesn't have good insurance. If you have any questions, just give me a call. 303 Law 4040. That's 303 Law 4040.
Comcast Business can help turn your small business into a connected, secure, modern business. It's how restaurants become reliably up and running neighborhood favorites. How healthcare offices become the data-protecting caregivers that we all depend on. And how wealth management firms become cyber-securing guardians of your information. With reliable connectivity, enhanced cybersecurity, and Wi-Fi backup, your business can stay connected and get threat-ready with Comcast Business. Powering possibilities.
Now through November 16th. New Comcast Business customers can get started with 150 megabit internet plus security for $59.99 a month for 12 months with a 2-year agreement. Plus, ask how to get a $500 prepaid card on a qualifying gig package. Call today. Restrictions apply. Requires enrollment in paperless billing and autopay with bank account. Early termination fee applies. Equipment, taxes, and fees extra.
You could save thousands of dollars on the products your business uses the most with the Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred Pricing. Registering is free and easy. Just have your tax ID or business or contractor's license ready. But don't wait. The current preferred pricing benefit will end on November 15th. Visit your local Pro Desk to register now and unlock the deepest savings on the products you choose.
It's not too late. There are thousands of kids waiting over a year for a sponsor. End their wait today. Sponsor a child with compassion. Text radio to 83393.
This segment on 104.3 The Fan is brought to you by Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
KKFN and KKFN HD1 Longmont, Denver. You're listening to Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
Denver Sports Snapshot.
On 104.3 HD3. TU Hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 1 with pregame starting at 4:30. Tomorrow on 104.3 HD2, Air Force football faces San Jose State. And on 104.3 HD3, TU Hockey skates with Western Michigan in Game 2. Then on The Fan, home of the Colorado State Rams, CSU football faces UNLV. Presented by Rock's Heating and Air with pregame starting at 6:30.
one of Newsweek's best regional banks and credit unions. Learn more at wistaracu.com.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
The Broncos are sustaining the unsustainable somehow.
Doing the unthinkable.
I mean, it's nuts. People were so mad at the Broncos last night.
You still mad?
Am I still mad?
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm actually not mad. They won the game. The defense is excellent. But I am worried. And there's a difference between mad and worried because their problem on offense is not getting better. It's getting worse. And that's problematic here.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, Zach, I'm not going to lie. I was a little mad waking up. Because I was expecting the Denver Broncos to just open up the playbook when it comes to the offense and scoring touchdowns. And JK was going to get a touchdown. Troy Franklin, who did get a touchdown, gets a touchdown. Our receiver won. Cortland Sutton gets a touchdown, and Bo Nix looks good. And instead, it was the defense dominating, dragging the offense, and having to even do a little bit more in order for us to win. The defense was looking at the offense saying, hey, do you want us to score too? And they tried to do that. Tillman tried to score a touchdown.
It felt like it was more likely that the Broncos defense would score a touchdown than the Broncos offense last night. It really was.
And it feels like that every single game, except, in the past it was the fourth quarters and we were able to get the touchdowns and the excitement, and I'm done with that. I want to see 4 quarters of good football being played. It doesn't always have to be touchdowns. It has to be points. It has to be sustaining drives, a couple big-time plays, getting the fans going. There was a time where I'm watching the TV screen, and there's literally a fan on a third down yawning. Yawning!
Yeah.
Because they were so bored.
Well, think about this. This is another game where the broadcasters themselves are poking fun at the game that they're calling. This is now becoming routine.
The broadcasters are like, they look at the schedule of who they got. They're like, damn, we got the Broncos.
Kinda. I mean, again, and this isn't new. This is becoming routine. This was another game where the hometown crowd is booing the offense. And I saw someone say, man, the Broncos fans are 7-2. This was during the game. They're 7-2, and they're booing their own team, like almost like these people don't know what they're looking at. It's like, no. They actually do know what they're looking at. That's why they're booing it.
Let them say, buddy, mind your business.
It's a smart fan base. They're acutely aware of what they're looking at. And so they deserve to get showered in boos. Here was Bo asked about it.
Well, I've been booed before and I'll be booed again, so I'm not going to be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you.
I mean, my man was dejected after the game.
See, I didn't like that he said, I'll be booed again. I understand why you're saying it. Like, it's not going to be the last time that you're not going to have a good or a bad game. But for this fan base, it's like, we just want competent football.
Yeah.
We just want to see some plays being made. That is it. We want to see this offense help the defense out, the special teams help the defense out, so that we can come in here and say, hey, this is a Super Bowl team. Like, Sean wasn't messing around. He wasn't lying. But now I'm sitting here scratching my head saying, hey, what was Sean thinking by opening his mouth and saying that he feels like this is a Super Bowl team when his offense can't get right? They're called the can't get rights right now.
Well, that was an ill-advised comment when he said it, and that's not retroactive criticism. That was in real time saying, no, that's not smart. Why would you do that? No one does that. You can talk to your team about the Super Bowl and being a top 5. You can do all that behind closed doors like everyone else does.
For sure.
But you, actively call media members and leave them bizarre voice messages.
I love my cue.
I mean, it's just, it's so strange. It's frustrating, but here's the obligation: once per segment. They won. They're 8-2. I mean, but they didn't get their first down until midway through the second quarter. And when they got it, they got a sarcastic Bronx cheer from the hometown crowd. But The other side of the coin, it's their 10th consecutive win in Denver. Longest streak in the NFL. 7th win in a row overall. Longest streak in the NFL. But it was ugly, man. More penalties than first downs for both teams. First time since the mid-'70s that's happened. When it was 2 0-5 expansion teams. This is like, it's crazy.
You just got to look at the bright side like you just got done saying. We're 8-2. 8-2. Last time we did this was 2015 when we did win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It's insane that we're walking or going through these games upset with the offense, upset with the special teams, and yet we're still winning. We're seeing history be done right in front of us with this defense if they can sustain this.
Yep.
They have 46 sacks, and we're 8-2. This is it's a wild year, a funky year, and the Denver Broncos have to figure something out offensively to help the defense out, or the defense will start to break, whether it's injuries or they're going to give up a couple big-time plays. And if a defense gives up a couple big-time plays, can your offense help them out? Can the offense bail them out? That hasn't been the case.
No,
I'm not going to count on it moving forward until it happens.
No, and I want to give the defense their own limelight here in a minute. Bill from Fort Collins on the RamosLaw.com text line. What do you think of a conspiracy theory that Bo and the Broncos are just not trying to give any game tape to Kansas City so they can to study? No. And I appreciate you listening, and I appreciate the question, but absolutely not. These are human beings that are going mad because they're not finding success.
Yeah.
Like they would, if they could have done to the Raiders what they did to the Cowboys, they would have. Guys, you look through. These are the Broncos' possessions. Okay, 3 plays, 9 yards, punt. 3 plays, -3 yards, punt. 3 plays, 2 yards, punt.
3 and outs.
3 plays, 9 yards, punt. On the touchdown drive, it was 5 plays for 53 yards. I got that was Pat Bryant setting it up, right?
Yep.
What another great day for Pat Bryant. And this is happening how I hoped it would, where organically through the season, his role is just growing
Increasing.
and growing.
And we're able to see him as a receiver, not just a blocker.
Correct. And yesterday was the first time in his career that he led the team in receiving. So really excellent, really 3-game sequence for Pat Bryant. He has really grown in front of our eyes. So he was a big part of that touchdown drive, 5 plays, 53 yards. 5 plays, 6 yards, interception. Coming out of halftime, 3 plays, -2 yards, punt. 11 plays, 43 yards, missed field goal. 3 plays, -6 yards, punt. 4 plays, -2 yards, field goal. That's after the block punt.
Yeah.
3 plays, 4 yards, punt. 3 plays, 5 yards, interception.
And it's so damn impressive. I know we're going to talk about the defense, but they're going out there with no rest. They're going back out there.
Yeah.
Literally, they don't even sit down.
Yep.
They just sit there and wait to go back out there. Now, offensively, what this is telling you is they can't get into some type of rhythm.
None.
There's nothing there. They have no identity. They don't know what they want to do. They have a running back that is doing pretty good, but yet they don't want to run the ball. Bo Nix, obviously, he cannot throw downfield right now. He doesn't want to sit in the pocket, and yet you force this man to sit in the pocket or try to sit in the pocket and throw downfield.
How bad is the chemistry between he and Troy Franklin?
Which is interesting because it's like this is your second year together in the NFL. You guys were teammates at Oregon. You're trying to force feed Troy because he does have that speed, and you guys aren't connecting. But when you're doing that and you're force feeding Troy, you're leaving out receiver 1, Cortland. I went back, Zach, and I watched some film, and there were some times where Cortland was open, and Bo's just not looking his way. It's like, hey, Cortland, you're not the first read, so I'm not going to look your way. I don't care if Cortland was the 4th read. If he's our best receiver, I'm looking his way first.
Yep.
And then I'm kind of going through my process to Pat Bryant and Troy Franklin. But there were times where Court was sitting wide open and didn't get the ball, and he was frustrated, and you could tell with his body language.
Yeah, and by the way, Troy was frustrated. Troy threw his helmet. Now, this was not on camera, but Troy Franklin threw his helmet coming off the field and went and sat by himself on one of the disconnects between he and Bo.
He has no right to be frustrated. You can't be frustrated
Correct.
and turn around
Correct.
and drop a ball or tip a ball and gets intercepted. Like, you have not earned the right to be frustrated and throw your helmet yet. I'm sorry, you don't do that.
Agreed, Phil.
As a young receiver.
He went up for one of the passes with one hand.
Yeah, no.
I was like, dude, like, what are you doing? He had the sequence at the end of the game where he caught the pass on the right sideline, and he ran out of bounds with 3 minutes left. It's like, dude, like, football IQ. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Don't throw your helmet anymore because you're part of the problem.
And then obviously had the ball bounce off his chest and go to the other team. And Bo Nix has to wear that interception because you couldn't catch the ball again.
Yeah, you don't see him throw his helmet.
Bo Nix has targeted Troy Franklin on balls of 20-plus yards down the field 16 times now this season. They're 2 for 16. 2 for 16.
It's not working.
Looking like Cam Johnson from 3. 2 for 16 for 67 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception.
Well, you do tell us all the time that, hey, Cam, you want him to shoot about 15 times.
Yes.
So are we telling Bo that he needs to keep
No. That's not what I'm saying.
Away.
No.
Throw away, Bo.
No, Cam Johnson's going to be just fine, and it starts tonight. Cam Johnson's going to make 4 threes tonight. We'll go with that. But yeah, that connection is just there's nothing really there down the field. Nothing between those two right now. 2 for 16 on passes 20 yards down the field. So, all right. There's one reason, and one reason only, that the Broncos are 8-2. And I want to talk about the imbalance and the potential dynamic that could be growing here coming up next.
The Rockies are making moves. Per multiple reports, Colorado is hiring Cleveland Browns executive Paul DePodesta as their new president of baseball operations. Does the analytic expert have the right tools to bring winning baseball back to Coors Field? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
This is the story of the one. As a custodial supervisor at a high school, he knows that during cold and flu season, germs spread fast. It's why he partners with Grainger to stay fully stocked on the products and supplies he needs, from tissues to disinfectants to floor scrubbers. All so that he can help students, staff, and teachers stay healthy and focused. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Progressive knows you've got enough to worry about in life.
Hi, it's your life again. Feel like another year is just slipping away? Yeah, remember all those New Year's resolutions you made? You still haven't finished the first book. Just 19 more to go. I mean, if we're being honest, it wasn't a very realistic goal. Have you ever considered that you intentionally self-sabotage? So what's that about?
So let Progressive protect your home and auto, because you've got enough to worry about. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here for 5280 Exteriors. Receive $1,000 off every 10 windows you purchase and receive a $100 grocery gift card to contribute to your Thanksgiving festivities. 5280 Exteriors, the altitude of quality.
After a car accident, you might wonder, do I really need a lawyer? But at Postman Law, we go beyond the courtroom. We're your single point of contact for insurance, medical bills, and doctors. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney Advertising.
Roberto Coin is passion.
Roberto Coin is art.
Roberto Coin is love.
And Roberto Coin is right where you'd expect to find it. Williams Jewelers of Inglewood. I'm Dylan Williams.
And I'm Dylan's sister Shayna, inviting you to our exciting Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th.
This holiday, give her the iconic fashion, the wearable Italian artistry of the incomparable Roberto Coin.
Handcrafted in Vicenza, Italy, these gorgeous 18-karat earrings, necklaces, bracelets, and rings have made Roberto Coin the #1 Italian jewelry designer in the world.
And this holiday, Roberto Coin jewelry starts at under $750.
So come find your passion and the perfect gift.
The Roberto Coin Holiday Trunk Show, Friday and Saturday, November 7th and 8th at Williams Jewelers of Inglewood.
Where Colorado shines.
Williams Jewelers, we can make diamonds a part of your life.
On the corner of Bellevue and Broadway, where Colorado shines.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
These days, losing weight is such a roller coaster. You try the new medications, and when you stop taking them, you gain it all back.
Today is a new day.
Today is a new day.
Today is a new day.
Let Soda Weight Loss teach you the healthy, natural way to let go of the weight for good.
Do you know how good it feels to let go of 51 pounds of belly fat? And I did it without drugs, shots, or hunger. Because Soda Weight Loss works. Just look at all the Google reviews and all the thousands of before and after pictures.
For a limited time, 2 people can start with Soda Weight Loss for the price of 1.
What does that mean? It's more fun?
Double the motivation, double the results, half the cost.
The best decision I've made in a long time was just to call Soda Weight Loss.
Take advantage of Soda Weight Loss 2-for-1 partner program. Visit sodaweightloss.com. That's SOTA weightloss.com. Soda is, say it with me, state of the art.
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. What if you could use the equity in your home to get cash fast? With no appraisal, zero hassle, and less waiting with Cake? You can. The Cake Fast Cash program is like turning your home into your ATM. People are using it to pay off high-interest debt, do renovations, tackle student loans, or cut monthly bills by hundreds, even thousands of dollars. The best part? Your current mortgage rate won't change. With Cake, you also get peace of mind. We're AAA rated by the Better Business Bureau and backed by thousands of 5-star reviews. Cake Mortgage. Your fresh-baked Cake Fast Cash loan is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com for thousands of 5-star reviews.
1-877 Cards for Kids. KARS Cards for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 for Kids.
1-877 for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Tune into Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, Wednesdays at 9:15 to hear ESPN NFL analyst Dan Orlovsky break down Bo Nix and the Broncos every week during football season. Denver Sports, 104.3 The Fan, DenverSports.com, and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the
The sports talk radio gods tailor-made this season for us here at Denver Sports Station 104.3 The Fan. Because the conversations that we're having are the same conversations that are being had on social media, same conversations that are happening in the office place at the quote-unquote water cooler conversations. They're 8-2. That's insane. That's amazing. But the context to it and how you get there and what it looks like when you actually sit down and watch these games, it's a complicated story.
It's rough. It's rough. But you know, at the grand scheme of things, like you just got done saying, you're 8-2. Like, we can't complain that much.
No.
But then when some of the things that continue to happen again and you lose, don't say that, hey, we didn't point that out or that's been an issue for a very long time.
Yeah.
So it's one of these things where you enjoy it, but also you have to be able to critique what's going on because a lot of it's still not good enough.
No, and let me just say this as well. In sort of our, not defense, but just highlighting it. We would come in here day after day during training camp and say, guys, the offense just does not look right.
Oh, we were crazy.
It doesn't look right, but we were the haters.
We were crazy.
We're negative and all this stuff.
When we told everybody that Bo Nix needs to calm down, everybody thought we were pooping on Bo Nix. That was not the case.
Not the case. This Thanksgiving, as we go around the table, say what we're thankful for, make sure to mention the Broncos defense.
I knew you were going to say something.
Because this defense is just dominant. Dominant. 6 sacks last night. 6. 11 quarterback hits. 22 quarterback pressures. Geno Smith only threw 26 times. That means there was only 4 times all night he wasn't pressured. They picked him off.
My man Geno was going through it. He was getting hit and limping. And at some point I was like, Geno, just why? You guys are 2-6. Why not just leave the game?
He was tough, man.
He is tough. But you're going up against a defense that does not care if you're limping.
No.
You're going up against a defense that has Nick Bonitto, Jonathan Cooper, Zach Allen, John Franklin Myers, and they have depth. Just get out the game while you still can.
How about Bonitto last night? There was a couple times where he is just quicker than a hiccup in the backfield, like shouldn't be humanly possible, very Von Miller-esque. And like we don't throw that comparison around, but seeing is believing. Bonitto, his 9th sack, had gone 3 consecutive games without one. That was important for him. And I know these are like side quest conversations, but if Bonitto is going to be in the Defensive Player of the Year mix, which I'm hoping, fingers and toes crossed, I have a 60-1 ticket from August, he's going to have games like that, and he's going to have them in front of the world in prime time.
Yeah, but also get more sacks. Like he's gearing up and he's setting up for these sacks. The quarterbacks are able to get the ball out just in time. But I actually got a little nervous about Nick Bonitto when we went to the blue tent with the knee.
See, I thought it was something with his collarbone because it was after the Brock Bowers tackle in the backfield, which he read like a book. But it was like Bowers' leg there, and I could have swore I saw him like touch his collarbone, and I'm like, wait, no, please, no.
I know, like maybe when he went to go tackle Brock Bowers, he twerked a little bit and put some pressure on that knee, but I think that honestly, like even though he was back out there running around chasing and looking good, I believe that he was still in his head with that because once you have a little issue with your knee during that game, you just don't know what's going on. And it isn't until you go and get that MRI that you're going to feel good about yourself saying, okay, my knee's intact and everything is okay around it. So there was times where I'm like, Nick Bonitto's like getting there, but he's not. And it's like, man, Are you thinking about stuff because of your knee, and so you're not able to make those quick cuts when the quarterback starts to move around? And it's just something to think about. And it's just like as a player, that's what I used to think about too, where it's like you get something banged up, and it's in your head now. You're lining up there as a running back, and you're like, damn, I hope they don't hit my leg again. So it's in your head when it starts to hurt.
Well, I'll say this. I know this is not apples to apples because the rest of the league hasn't played yet this weekend, okay? But it is cool to see both Jonathan Cooper and Nick Bonitto in the top 5 in the NFL in sacks. 2 in the top 5, it'll change, I'm sure. It'll change, I'm sure. But that is pretty cool for the moment right now. And then how about, and let me just mention this about Bonitto before we sequence out of him. He generated 8 pressures last night. 8. 1.5 sacks, 24 pass rushes. All right, so he's in 24 pass rushers, he's getting pressure like 1/3 of the time. 6 quick pressures. He currently leads the entire NFL in total pressures and quick pressures. But how about in the middle, Zach Allen? Zach Allen, this guy, and they said it on the broadcast, thankfully. They said this guy's the most underrated player in the NFL.
Yeah.
And, I mean, he took advantage of those dudes up front.
No, he definitely did. And I look at Zach Allen just like, not necessarily Jokic, but you talk about the motor, the guy that's gonna keep things going, that's gonna be the one to generate the pressure for you in the inside. That's Zach Allen for you. He's consistent. He's relentless. But it's not just about Zach Allen. It's John Franklin Myers too. Those two pair well together. And when it's not John Franklin Myers or Zach Allen, it's the other 2 guys in DJ Jones and
Malcolm Roach. Yep.
And so when you have the depth behind an elite pass rush, it just helps you out. And so now when your elite pass rushers go out, you have some other dogs in there ready to eat as well.
Yeah, you love to see it. Man, this dynamic, though. I cannot personally remember two sides of the ball that were this opposite. Now, maybe Super Bowl 50 season. That was a real slog offensively, no doubt. So maybe that's the most recent comp. But it's so unhealthy. The only thing that's making this work right now from a human and locker room standpoint is that they're winning. And I'm afraid, like, the first time that the defense can't carry their weight and do what they're doing,
which could happen.
Of course,
it's football.
Of course. And a loss or two stacks up. Man, it's not good. It's not good.
So you don't think that this team is as connected as maybe somebody would think when we talked about, hey, like, they're hugging each other before the games, like they seem like they're close. That's only because they're winning then.
Right. Yeah, I think that if the wins weren't coming along with this, and you lost against Houston last week, which could have happened, you lost last night, which could have happened. I mean,
you're not. You know what, Zach? You're not crazy. I've been in locker rooms where defenses or offenses, they start to blame each other because one side's doing well, the other side's not. You may win the game, but it's like, why is that side over there celebrating when you guys didn't do anything?
Right.
Or it's like the vice versa. If the offense is doing that, it's like, why are you guys happy? You guys need to help us out. And so for this defense, it's like we're doing everything we can and more. And yet you guys are going 3 and out. You guys are putting us in bad situations with the interceptions, hoping and leaning on us so much that there's going to be a game where we bust. Can you guys help us out?
Right, and that's the thing. And when that time comes, and if the offense can't answer that bell or don't just organically get better regardless of this conversation, like it's definitely going to be an issue.
And I don't want to see Sean, if that happens, Sean go up to VJ and start screaming at him. I don't want to see that. Because it's like, Sean, you don't see anybody else going up to you screaming at you when your offense is not doing well. Don't do it to VJ or anybody else when they're not doing well.
Did you hear, and I think it was Bo, I think it was Bo's voice that got picked up on the mic saying, stop with the effing personnel groupings? Did you guys hear that? Yeah, I definitely heard it. I mean, it happened. It's not like it definitely happened. I just don't know if it was Bo's voice or not. RamosLaw.com text line 303-713-1043. Help me out. It was definitely said. I just don't know if it was Bo or someone else. I think it was Bo, though. I think it was Bo. So, yeah.
That's big time.
It is. It is. All right, we'll hit the pause button briefly on the Broncos. We'll get back into it. Brandon Marshall is going to join us at 4:45. I cannot wait to hear his thoughts about the dynamic of the locker room that we're talking about here, and because he lived through some of that post-Super Bowl. But in the meantime, can Deion Sanders and CU stop the bleeding? Nay, stop the gushing on the road in Morgantown. We'll talk about it next.
It wasn't pretty, but the Broncos survived a scare from the Raiders and improved to 8-2 on the season. With Kansas City up next, will Sean Payton find a way to get more out of his offense? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
Hey, Stokely here, and let me tell you, fall golf is the best golf Colorado has to offer, and it's not too late to get fully dialed in for the last few months of the season. At Embers Golf in Westminster, they're not just selling golf clubs, they're crafting a journey for golf lovers like you. It's a boutique-style shop, family-owned, with 2 hitting bays, all the major brands, and fully upgraded custom shafts. Come in for a full bag fitting. Trust me, there's nothing else like it around. Embers Golf, where your golf journey begins.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with 0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with 0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now.
Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. Thinking about buying a home in Colorado? You're not the only one, and now might be your best shot. We're officially in a buyer's market, which means you've got the upper hand. More homes are on the market, competition is down, and serious deals are out there just waiting to be found. Whether you're a first-time buyer or looking to upgrade or downsize, now's the time to get pre-approved. And American Financing can make it happen in 24 hours or less. Interest rates are competitive, and home prices have been stable. That means you can find a great deal while locking in a monthly payment that fits your budget. Plus, with home equity building over time, your investment grows, making home ownership a smart, long-term financial decision. If you continue to pay rent, you're just paying your landlord's mortgage, and you don't need 20% down. You could be in your new home with as little as 3% down. Plus, they're offering down payment assistance programs to make home ownership even easier. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net. NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Hey guys, Mark Schlereth here from my friends at Xfinity. Imagine all that could happen in 5 years. Jobs may change, kids are going to grow, new memes will come out, but also, what if you had reliable, intelligent Wi-Fi and the price didn't change for 5 years? Well, thanks to Xfinity 5-year price guarantee, you actually don't have to worry about that part of your future. You're guaranteed 5 years of Wi-Fi that boosts speeds to your devices that need them the most, that finds and fixes any issues before you even notice them. It's like a super intelligent Wi-Fi that keeps you protected from threats online. Plus, you get incredible gaming speeds on multiple devices with no one battling for bandwidth. For the next 5 years, all your devices are going to be working in perfect harmony, and you get our best equipment with no annual contracts, no fees, no strings attached. So even though your kids will grow up and you still won't understand what 6-7 means, your internet will stay sharp, reliable, and most importantly, the price will stay put. All with the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. Lock in your price and unlock the possibilities. Xfinity, imagine that. Restrictions apply. Select plans only.
I know some people think after a car accident, do I really need a lawyer? Hiring Postman Law isn't only about the courtroom. We're your single point of contact in a complicated claims process. We take on the insurance adjusters, organize your medical bills, coordinate with doctors, and make sure nothing gets missed. Get the outcome you deserve without the headache. Call 844-POSTMAN. When other firms promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN, attorney advertising.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just 1 cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here.
Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 in monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here. And last year, I went a little rogue and dropped a discount code from our friends at Hermes Roll why. And you guys used it so much they almost got mad at me. Well, I'm feeling a little spicy again this season, so I'm bringing it back, baby. You can get 30% off your ride to the game with Hermes Worldwide for your entire season. All you have to do is mention the code PL30. Again, mention PL30 when you book your luxury transportation to Empower Field. And contact Hermes Worldwide at 303-577-7600 or visit ridehermes.com/DenverSports. Go Broncos!
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, we'll jump back into Broncos here shortly. But can Deion Sanders and CU stop the gushing on the road in Morgantown tomorrow morning?
Pack the wound. Pack it. Salt. Throw some salt on it.
This one's on TNT, right? I want to say. Yeah. 10 o'clock tomorrow morning on TNT.
Ooh.
And HBO Max.
Get the coffee out, Zach.
I can't wait. I'll be watching. I've heard people say I'm not going to watch. I'm watching. I'm watching. Juju Lewis's first start.
Yes.
You know, could this be the start of something new?
Well, I'll tell you this. Let's get it started. If Juju Lewis goes out there and has a good game, I'm not gonna say great because I don't know what to expect from this young man. But if he goes out there and does a good job, let's say 2 touchdowns. 240 yards passing, zero interceptions.
Oh, I mean, that's really good. Your first start, and it's on the road?
Yeah.
And West Virginia is a tough place to play historically.
Yeah. But also for West Virginia, they're not a great football team.
No,
they're
they're
kind of
not.
iffy. They're streaky, where they'll have a really good win, maybe another good win, and then they kind of go.
Well, they have the exact record as Colorado. Both teams are 3-6. Both teams are 1-5 inside Big 12 play.
So if Juju goes out there and has a good game, we're all going to be asking, Deion, why? Why did it take you this long to put someone like Juju in who's been here?
Right.
Who's been here from the start?
It'll be a bit of an indictment on the judgment at the quarterback position.
Yeah, but also, and you guys said this earlier, well, if Juju goes in there and he doesn't do well, then it's like, okay, Prime, like this is why you didn't want to play him. So it's going to be interesting to see what Juju can do.
But it's also weird that when he was asked, hey, why now? You know, why are you playing Juju? And he said common sense. So it's like, well, why wasn't it common sense last week at home in front of your home crowd? You're going to start him on the road? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Or after the Utes game, you should have made a change. Even before that, Caden Salter has kind of been the same guy since day one.
Agreed.
Since the first game of the year against Georgia Tech.
Agreed.
Has not gotten better, has regressed, and yet you stuck with him. Now it's like you're changing it with Juju, and Juju's only going to be able to play in 2 of the games. You got 3 games left.
If he's going to keep his red shirt.
And why would he not?
Yeah, I mean.
Like,
yeah.
why would I, if I'm Juju and I'm his parents, I'm like, yes, son, you could go out there and play the 2 games. Get the experience, but you better not play that 3rd one. I want you to have a full year to play some college football because you won't get that back.
So then at the end of the season, is it back to Caden Salter?
Now you go Ryan Staub.
Goodness gracious.
Or Salter, yes, you know what? Go back to Caden Salter. Because if you lose these next 2 games, what's wrong with going back with Caden Salter, who's a senior, a 5th-year senior?
Yeah.
His last football game that he'll probably ever play again.
Yeah.
And I'm just being real. I'm not being mean.
Yeah, no.
Not a lot of people are going to the NFL. I'm sorry to say that.
No, and it's not Caden Salter.
And it's not.
So, yeah, I mean, wow. If that's the way it goes and Juju starts the next 2 games and then you finish up where you started with everything else in between that has gone down, I mean, goodness, it's been a chaotic season in Boulder that just got even crazier. I mean, you stripped the play calling away from Pat Shurmur. I wonder how much they'll talk about that on the broadcast. Like, are they going to be panning the camera to Pat Shurmur? Who's
Where's
now
Pat Shurmur going to be? Is he going to be up in the box or is he going to be down below?
You want to know what? That's a great question. So right now he's the quarterback's coach, I believe.
Yeah.
But like, would it be shocking if Pat Shurmur's not on the sideline tomorrow?
No. Because Pat Shurmur, because for all they know is nobody truly knows that this is going on. Like, there's been word out there, but Prime has not officially said that Pat Shurmur has been stripped from his play calling duties. So he's gonna pretend like he's still calling plays up there with his little pen and his little his headset on, and maybe telling Bartolone, who's now the new play caller, that this is what he sees.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea what to expect. I really don't. Like, I don't know if Juju is going to be a spark and, like, competent quarterback play is going to reinvigorate the offense, a new play caller. Now, I know he was the play caller against Arizona, and they still lost by a ton. But I just don't know. Or has this team quit? Has this team quit on Deion Sanders? He says, I know what quitting looks like. I'm not seeing it. I don't know, man. You lose 125 to 24 over a 2-week period. Like, either you quit or, like, the team has just devolved into a mess and they're incompetent. I don't know. Because they had just come off a top 25 win.
Yeah.
And some losses to some really awesome football teams.
They have the athletes. Like, they can hang around with these teams. A lot of the time, it came down to the quarterback play. It came down to a couple play calling miscues. That if you go in there and you do a better job of, and the quarterback does a better job of holding on to the football and taking care of the football, you probably win those games.
Yeah.
So, like they have the talent there, but the coaching's just not there with this talent.
Yeah. A 3-point loss to the 7th team in the country in BYU, And how about that matchup waiting for us tomorrow? BYU on the road, true freshman quarterback, all right, Kalani Sitake, maybe the most underrated coach in America, going to Lubbock and playing Texas Tech. And I'm fascinated by that.
The tortillas are coming out. Actually, didn't they ban the tortillas?
Yeah, I think they did.
Oh, they banned the tortillas, and no more tortillas that are going to be thrown on the football field when you go to Texas Tech.
They were doing that for like decades, weren't they? But
someone got slapped with a tortilla, man.
Remember Shador signed one?
Yeah.
He signed a tortilla? Dante, you got something on this here?
I was just saying, they need to ban the cowbells down in Starkville.
Here we go, Dante. Why?
Well, because it's cheating. No other team in college football is allowed to use noisemakers.
College.
And then because they feel bad because Mississippi State's, the garbage of the SEC. They're like, all right, you guys can use the cowbells all game.
You know what this is all about? Yeah, you're mad because they beat ASU. That's why.
They did.
Kettlebells.
They did.
Kettlebells ring.
They did. All right, we will check in with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall, all right, and ask him about this lopsided dynamic. And he's been in locker rooms like this that had to overcome an offense. And what could we be in store for in the future dynamic of that conversation? And we also need to talk about the elephant in the room, the Bo Nix conversation, the Sean Payton conversation. It's all coming up as we are on the doorstep of 40 consecutive minutes of commercial-free sports talk coming up next.
The Fan Flyaway is back, presented by 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. To kick off 2026, Denver Sports 1043 The Fan is sending you to Phoenix for the biggest party in golf. Airfare, hotel tickets, and $500 in spending money all included. Head to thefanflyaway.com to register. That's thefanflyaway.com. Denver Sports 1043 The Fan.
Whatever you're looking for when you head out into the wild, keep an open mind. Sometimes the real treasure is the journey itself. Sure enough, there's treasure out there. Sometimes it's something you didn't expect to find. And more often than not, it's as simple as the memories you make. Make some memories of your own with a new vehicle from Corwin Toyota. Family driven for over 100 years.
All right. Happy Friday. What's going on? It's Phillip Lindsay here. And actually, guys, I have a new obsession that I want to talk to you guys about. It's with Daisy's French Onion Dip. One of my guilty pleasures during football season is sitting back, being lazy, eating dips with chips, wings, and veggies while watching any big-time game. And now that Daisy's has come out with a delicious Daisy French Onion Dip and also a Daisy Ranch Dip, these are definitely game changers that you're not going to want to miss out on. They're as delicious as a homemade dip, and they're made with real herbs and spices and other ingredients that you can find in your own kitchen. So if you want to be blown away just like I was, then give Daisy's French Onion Dip a try today. And you can find Daisy's French Onion Dip at a grocery store near you.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game and the go-to spot for football season with wall-to-wall TVs, hearty eats, ice-cold drinks, and of course, those scenic views. It's a full-on experience whether you're catching college or pro games this season. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Samantha Flanagan here for Flanagan Law. If you find yourself in a car accident, do not tell the insurance company you are fine. They will hold that against you even if you end up with medical bills 3 months later. Protect your rights. Look for the Shamrock. Go with Flanagan Law.
Hellsberg gifts checked off the list. Now, time for wrapping. Earrings for Mom. A gold bracelet to match the rings Danielle wears every day. And for Dad, a new watch, because we all know he needs one. All right, this is going to be a good one.
Our favorite things for your favorite people. Shop in store at Hellsberg.com for up to 50% off.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 five-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
For more than 52 years, Colorado families have trusted Gravina's Window Center of Littleton to protect their homes. And today you can do the same with 25% off Infinity from Marvin windows. The fiberglass windows built to last a lifetime and flexible financing at zero down. There's never been a better time. Call 303-794-0490 or visit windowsforyourhome.com. Gravina's Window Center of Littleton, the family-owned company Colorado counts on.
Point Pios! Denver Volleyball is having a record-setting year so far. Don't miss the action in Hamilton Gym this season. Check out Denver Volleyball at DenverPioneers.com. Pick a match, grab some friends, and cheer on the Pioneers. We are affordable and fun. We are Denver's home for college sports.
Texting privacy policy and terms and conditions posted at textingterms.us. Texting enrolls you for recurring automated text marketing messages. Message and data rates may apply or place stop, opt out. Terms and conditions apply to the earnings promotion.
Do you have caregiving experience as a parent, teacher, nanny, coach, or in another similar role? Hop Skip Drive is looking for experienced caregivers who want to help students in their community by driving them to and from school. Earn up to $50 per ride with Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion, all while helping your community. If you have your own vehicle that is no more than 10 years old, a clean driving record, and at least 5 years of caregiving experience, you could become a Hop Skip Drive care driver. Just text STUDENT to 323232 to get started right now. Hop Skip Drive gives you the flexibility to set your own schedule and earn competitive pay. It's simple. Drive in your free time and make a real difference for students right in your neighborhood. Don't wait. Text STUDENT to 323232 right now. Text STUDENT to 323232 and start earning up to $50 per ride during Hop Skip Drive's welcome promotion period. That's STUDENT to 323232. Text STUDENT to 323232 now.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with zero down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with zero down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now. Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
For victims of drunk and drug driving, your grief is unique, but you are not alone. You always have a place at MAD. Call the 24-hour victim helpline at 877-MAD-HELP or visit mad.org.
Get ready for every Broncos game with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall as he joins the drive every Friday afternoon at 4:45 exclusively on Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. Thanks to Corwin Toyota Boulder. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan. DenverSports.com and the Denver Sports app. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach Bai and Phillip Lindsay.
Happy Friday to you. A Victory Friday, November 7th. Reacting to Thursday Night Football and everything that came along with that game.
Man.
Feels
Victory
like
Friday.
like talking about last night's game feels like unpacking the car after like a long road trip and just, there's this and got to put this back. I mean, there was a lot to it last night. And to discuss it further, Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall joins us now, presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder. B. Marsh, the Broncos won. That's the good news. The entire nation felt like it was upset after having to watch that game last night. That was quite a slog, was it not?
Yeah, it was. It definitely wasn't what we thought we were going to see, especially with them playing a team that was 2-6 and looking at an early draft pick. But you know what? On the bright side, when we won the Super Bowl 50, we didn't win sexy all the time. Actually, we rarely ever won sexy. So, as long as they keep piling up the wins, I think that's all that matters. But there is absolutely some flaws on this team.
B. Marsh, you've been on the Super Bowl winning team, and you guys single-handedly brought the Denver Broncos to the Super Bowl defensively. This is kind of what's happening right now with the 2025 team. So at some point, something has to give. When is it going to be a breaking point for the defense where it's like the defense starts to kind of get upset with the offense? And is that coming? Say that there's a loss. Would you be surprised to see defense kind of start to kind of point fingers?
Well, winning cures everything. So, as soon as, like you said, as soon as that L comes, that's when people start looking sideways at each other. And let's say, you put on a string of losses. Let's say you lose 2 in a row, right? That's a problem. Now, when we were playing and the offense, wasn't spectacular during that Super Bowl run, we only lost 4 games. So it wasn't too much finger pointing. But then you look at the next season, 2016, we went 9-7. Then the next season, we had a losing record. That's when people started to get irritated with each other because, one side of the ball was performing, the other side wasn't. But, like I said earlier, or just a minute ago, winning does cure all.
We're chatting with Super Bowl 50 champion Brandon Marshall. We're about to have a dedicated conversation about Bo Nix, and it sort of feels like the elephant in the room right now. I'm curious your thoughts. Like you're watching this player. My eyes are telling me he's regressing. What do your eyes tell you about young Bo Nix?
Well, my eyes, are confirming what I thought when we first spoke. Our very first episode, you asked, is this a Super Bowl contending team? And one of my answers was, hey, well, I think we need to see how Bo Nix, develops or does in year 2. And he may be, the liability on this offense or on this team. And when you look at it, we always talk about Super Bowl 50. Obviously, that was the most recent Super Bowl the Broncos have had. I was on the team, so we speak about it. But at the same time, we had Peyton Manning, okay? Now, was Peyton Manning spectacular that season? Absolutely not. But the problem was, or the thing that propelled us or elevated us was his mind. He's still Peyton Manning, so he would still be able to check and put us in positions to be successful offensively against tough teams and tough games. So although he wasn't throwing for 300 yards like he was the previous years in Denver, he still was that mind that we all needed. So I don't think, obviously we all know Bo Nix isn't to his level. So in tough games, tight games, when things get really serious, we're going to rely on his talent and his throws, to break us through. So right now I'm not seeing it. I know all the Broncos country isn't seeing it. So even though we're 8-2, I don't think anybody's really rejoicing that we're 8-2.
B. Marsh, the trade deadline came and went, and there was a lot of people that were upset that the Denver Broncos stood still, that they didn't add another weapon offensively to maybe help a struggling Bo Nix out. How'd you feel about the Denver Broncos not picking up anybody before the trade deadline?
I mean, I would have, I don't even know if you remember the first episode, I said they need another weapon, right? So
yeah,
I think they absolutely needed that. Now, there was reports on Jalen Waddle. Was the price too hefty? Maybe, probably was, because at the end of the day, it's like, hey, do we want to give up what we need to give up to get a premier wide receiver? And I do think Jalen Waddle, even though he's not tier 1, he's probably tier 2 as far as receivers go in this league. Maybe the price tag was too hefty. Could they have tried to get Jacoby Myers? Obviously, the Raiders wouldn't have traded him to Denver. No way. But at the end of the day, I do think there was something that could have been done. And now we just have to wait on the young guys to develop. Troy Franklin scored a touchdown yesterday, so we got to wait on these guys to develop. I still been calling for Evan Ingram to have an increased role, man. He's a mismatch waiting to happen, and it just hasn't happened. It just hasn't happened, man. And I think that's somebody who could help us and help our offense, because every quarterback needs a tight end they can rely on, but he's not being used properly.
Yeah, and I have to ask you further about that, because a lot of the criticism, it's not just coming towards Bo Nix, it's also coming towards Sean Payton and his play calling. And I think Sean Payton is a great coach, the right coach to get the Broncos to where they currently are and revive the culture here. But, man, a trick play on 3rd and 1 in enemy territory, like there's been some head-scratching calls. What kind of blame do you think Sean Payton carries in this conversation?
I mean, Sean Payton is an older school style coach, okay? So his offense isn't going to be sexy. It's not going to be what everybody is seeing from the Sean McVays of the world, Liam Cohen. It's Sean Payton he's a tough, hard-nosed coach. He understands a balance of run and pass, but it's not going to be sexy. And I think I understood that when we first hired Sean Payton. Now, is he a winning football coach? Absolutely, and that's what we needed. Will he relinquish the play calling? I doubt it. I doubt it, because obviously, we're all men of ego. He's won a Super Bowl, so he was like, why would I? We're 8-2. Why would I relinquish play calling? But at the same time, man, this offense is very lackluster. And does the offensive coordinator even does he bring something to the table more than a Sean Payton? But I think he has something to do with the blame as far as offensively goes. But I mean, he is who he is as a coach.
B. Marsh, you talk about the offense, and it has been bad, but the reason why we're winning these games, we all know 8-2, is because of the damn defense. And VJ has been coaching his butt off. Has VJ coached his way into being a lock of being a head coach next year?
I think that's tough. I don't know. Will he get interviews? I think so.
Yeah.
Because like the way his defense, because if you really think about it, when I was on the team, VJ came from Miami.
Yeah.
And I paid attention to how VJ coached the Dolphins, what ranking the defense was, X, Y, and Z. He got head coach consideration when the Dolphins wasn't even a top 10 defense. So if he got a head coaching job off that, then he probably will get a head coaching job off this, especially what he's done with the Broncos defense the last 2-3 years. So yeah, I think he'll get some consideration, absolutely. And the thing that we forget a lot of times, man, a head coach is nothing without a quarterback. He didn't have a quarterback, right? When he played, when he coached here.
Right.
And most head coaches that don't succeed, they don't have a good quarterback, man, or a franchise quarterback. So, shout out to VJ. I hope he does get, head coaching consideration. I know the cycle, the coaching carousel and the cycle is a little weird, but based on what he's doing, I mean, look, it's 46 sacks, right? The most through 10 games since 1990. Come on.
Yeah.
And everybody is a premier pass rusher. Let's be real, right? We got Nick Bonito. Cooper's really good. Zach, like we have good players. Don't get it twisted. But everybody's not a premier pass rusher, so it's something that he's doing and his staff is doing as coaches that is bringing this amount of sacks. So I think that has to be looked at.
Man, great stuff as always, B. Marsh. We appreciate your time here on a rare Victory Friday following Thursday Night Football. And have a great week, and we'll do this again next Friday.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to seeing y'all again.
All right, there he goes. The one and the only Brandon Marshall joins us right around 4:45 on Fridays, presented by Corwin Toyota Boulder, family-driven for over 100 years. I'd like to see Vance get another opportunity because, and he's earning his way into that opportunity based off merit, right? But also
2 years in a row where his defense has been dominant.
Yep, and we've talked about this in the past, but his first coaching stint here in Denver, he was not set up for success.
No,
he just wasn't by really any measure. The team had already won a Super Bowl. The players were getting older. The culture was shifting. And he comes in as a first-time head coach, doesn't have a quarterback.
Well, he doesn't have any say. I mean, I was a part of the first his first draft class, second draft class where
Correct.
he had the first year, and then the second year he had a little bit more say with some of the drafting of some of the players defensively. But overall, he still didn't have the say.
No.
He didn't have his coaching staff.
No.
He didn't have the things that he really needed to be successful in. B. Marsh is right. A quarterback. We had Case Keenum, who we were just hoping would stick.
And that was in 18. He had in 17 was his first year, and he had Trevor Siemian,
yeah.
and who was in a quarterback battle. Like, think about this. His coaching career as a head coach starts with a battle at quarterback between Paxton Lynch and Trevor Siemian.
Come on.
So, yeah, it kind of speaks for itself. And then not being in the loop with the decisions that were happening around him that directly impacted him, that media was breaking to him in real time. I'd like to see Vance Joseph get another shot. And he is, if his defense continues to do this and they continue to thrive without the defensive player of the year, now there's context to who some of these teams have played, but it's the NFL.
Sure.
It's the NFL. Like, all you can do is go out and handle the situations in front of you, and they've done
And B. Marsh
exactly
is also
that.
right. It's like not everybody on this team is an elite pass rusher or elite player. But VJ is putting and setting these players up for success and tailoring things towards their strength, which that's what a good coach does. And then, of course, you have the elite Zach Allen and Nick Bonito is starting to become that. So that definitely helps you out, but it's all about scheme. Something that we talked about with VJ last year is like you have to mix your scheme up a little bit because you're too predictable towards the end of the year. That's something that VJ's still going to have to watch out for when you're playing against better teams, and it's going to show, hopefully not, but if something happens, it's going to be a Kansas City Chiefs or a Buffalo Bills that's always winning games.
All right, this is KKFN. And KKFN, HD1 Longmont, Denver. We are coming with it, and we are coming for it. It's Zach By and Phillip Lindsay, and we are The Drive. Woo! Getting you home on a Friday, or maybe you're already home and listening to us as you pop a top. Maybe you're listening to us in the middle of the night, working the night shift, which we hear about folks like that all the time. Regardless of how you're listening, where you're listening, we appreciate you making us a part of your day. We need to have the conversation about Bo Nix, and it's a divisive topic because there's a large contingent of this fan base, Broncos country, that has already made their mind up on Bo Nix and has dug their heels in what he's not and who he isn't.
Yeah.
Then there's another subset of Broncos country that is completely dug their heels in that this is the guy, and there's no other version of the story. He's the guy now. He'll always be the guy. And the story defending these positions week by week it's been helter-skelter here.
Oh, it's been dramatic.
It has been.
It's been dramatic because now for Bo, it's like there's times where he looks really, really good, and you're like, see, this is why we drafted him, or this is why Sean drafted him.
Right.
And then a lot of the times it's what's going on with Bo? Why is he regressing? Last year, at the end of the year, he was peaking and he was getting better every single game. And now this year, it seems like he's getting worse. Every single game he's taking a step back. And so it has all of us kind of scratching our heads. And it's harder for certain people to defend Bo because he's going out there making bad decisions and bad mistakes.
Yeah, and the one thing that I'm pretty certain of here is that the passing offense is not getting better. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Okay, and I think that's closer to fact than opinion. Like last night, I think was the worst offensive performance we've seen this year. And there's been some stinkers, some duds, starting with the first game of the year and more than half the games since then.
You know what Mike McIntyre used to tell me? Not me, the team. You're either getting better or you're getting worse. Nothing stays the same. And it's like, damn, you're right. If you're getting better, you're only getting better and you're seeing it every single game, or you're doing something like Bo where it's like he's getting worse. Like every game it seems like it's something else that's not happening. Like last time he would set his feet at least half the time. Now he's not setting his feet at all.
No, he's not. I mean, it's chaotic. His footwork is chaotic. I mean, his passes are inaccurate.
Looks like he's doing the jerk, the stanky leg.
You're not kidding. I mean, he leaves the ground to pass. I mean,
Yeah.
his legs, his feet and legs scissor like
crazy legs from now on.
crazy legs from Don't Be a Menace. Oh my gosh.
There we go, crazy legs.
Oh my gosh. But no, I mean, he's gotten worse year over year. So far, his rookie year has been better than his sophomore year. His completion percentage is way down. I mean, we're talking about like just factually and objectively, one of the most inaccurate passers in pro football. Last year, he was over 66% completion. Now he's under 61%.
Yeah.
He's ranked 29th in that category, yet the Broncos throw the most passes at or behind the line of scrimmage or within 10 yards of the line of scrimmage of anyone in the National Football League. So those two things should not compute. He's throwing it to the other team. He's throwing it off his back foot. He's dirting the football.
Did we ever get any information on if Bo said what you said earlier and he was frustrated? Because I did see that he was frustrated. And I did also see that for Bo Nix that there was something he said that the mics caught when it came to Sean Payton.
Yeah, most people on the RamosLaw.com text line were backing me up that, yes, it was Bo who said that the nat sound, they call them the natural sound microphones, are picking up the game action, the hits and collisions and stuff like that. And Bo said some version of enough with the effing personnel groupings.
So he's frustrated.
Yeah.
And so Bo, you can see it. You can see it when he doesn't set his feet, step into his throw. He's inaccurate with the football. You can see it when he's walking to the sideline and he's wearing frustration on his face.
Yep.
You can see it when they go 3 and out that something is not clicking with Bo Nix and Sean Payton as of right now. It's just bad football for that offense, and specifically it's bad football for Bo. And Bo needs to figure out what he needs to do to kind of get out of this rut, what he needs to do to kind of set himself up for success. But so does Sean, because this is his football team. He's not just an offensive coordinator. He's the head coach. So he needs to find a way to get this offense going, to get his quarterback going, because you're nothing without your quarterback. You need a franchise quarterback if you're going to win multiple playoff games. If you're going to try to get to a Super Bowl, you have to trust your quarterback. And, of course, you have to have a defense, which we do have.
Well, when I'm watching Bo this year, I'm not getting franchise quarterback vibes.
So where are you at with Mr. Bo Nix right now, Zach?
Well, I sort of continue to be where I kind of have been. I have a belief that Bo will get there, but he's not there now. I am getting worried, though, increasingly worried, because the offense isn't getting better. It's getting worse in real time. I mean, it's eroding, and he looks worse. And I think that, man, it's concerning. It's concerning. But here's what you can't do. You can't just look at the numbers and talk to me about the numbers. You can't do that. Because last week I brought up, I said, Russell Wilson in the 2023 season, when Sean Payton said, this guy stinks so bad, I cannot coach this guy any further. You need to change your contract. I'm actually going to bench you during the season.
He was cussing him out during games.
He was. And so it became like unworkable. His numbers were actually good, to the point where someone like Robert Griffin, I remember at the time being like, how many other remember people were putting the stats side by side with Mahomes?
Yes.
And saying, hey, look at this. But when you watch the games, it's a different story, where raw numbers for Bo Nix or Russell Wilson then do not tell the story. But while we're here, we went back and looked at Russell Wilson in the 2023 season through 10 football games and compared it with Bo Nix this season through 10 football games, both under Sean Payton. Russell Wilson and Bo Nix have the same passing yards. They're 60 yards difference, okay? So just for all intents and purposes, they have the same number of passing yards. Russell Wilson through 10 games in 2023, when it was unworkable with Sean Payton, had 19 touchdown passes. Bo Nix has 18. Russell Wilson through 10 games in 2023 under Sean Payton had 4 interceptions. Bo Nix has twice as many right now. So one guy was the worst ever.
Couldn't stand.
To the point where Sean Payton was last season, at the conclusion of the season, opening it up to the media to fill in the blank with adjectives of just how bad it was. He was like that, this time last year, it was dreck, it was misery, it was, guys, give me another adjective that, to describe how bad it was. Statistically, it's worse with Bo Nix, but also it looks similar on a down-to-down, series-by-series basis, Phil. It's hard to watch.
No, it definitely is. And I always say, players make plays, players win games. Bo Nix is out there. He has to make the plays. He has to be on top of it because you're the quarterback. You're going to take all this heat when you're not doing well. When you are doing well, you're going to be praised. My question to you is, who is that on, though? Because we sit here and we want to blame Bo Nix for everything, that you're not making these passes and you look like you're seeing ghosts and you're not setting your feet. Well, isn't that on the teacher to teach the young player who's in his second year to set his feet, to read his progressions, to make the right plays, to understand that they have points? So why would you throw a ball into double coverage when you still have time to move down the field and try to get a field goal?
I mean, there's no way Sean's coaching that, though.
Why not? Why like this is what you do?
No, I'm saying he's not coaching him to do that.
Well, no,
like you're
but
saying
also,
he should be coaching it out of him.
Well, yeah, because if you go through a mistake, you're in the film rooms. So if Bo Nix, who I know is a smart quarterback, is doing that, then somebody needs to sit him down and say, "Hey, why are you doing this?
Yeah,
you need to stop doing this."
I mean, do you think that that's not happening? That has to be happening, right?
I think it's happening. But maybe it's just not clicking with Bo in certain things. I'm not saying that ball throwing it like you should know better. But what I'm saying for Sean is like maybe you have to do a different teaching method for Bo Nix. Because now it's not just on Bo. This is a Sean Payton-Bo Nix marriage. So as much as we want to criticize Bo, we need to criticize Sean because Sean's letting Bo go out there and do that.
No, it's definitely not all or nothing.
And Zach, you have two different quarterbacks with the same type of stats. And Sean didn't like one of them, got him out the door. Sean handpicked Bo Nix,
right?
Opened up his mouth,
right?
Was so confident. Called one of the reporters late at night talking about how he loved his cue.
Yeah.
All right, and yet your quarterback is struggling. Is that not on Sean? You have two different quarterbacks doing the same thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, definitely a portion of it is on Sean. I do not. This is not just Bo Nix in a vacuum problem. This is a Sean Payton Bo Nix problem. Now, if you want to give 60-40 to one or 70-30 to 70-30 to one over the you can.
I'm giving more to Sean because this is your quarterback. This is your quarterback.
No. Now you could say you picked the wrong quarterback.
That's on Sean.
But I'm saying Bo is the man in the arena. This is the National Football League. So when the Broncos win, he's the quarterback. He gets the praise. Right? And so we just can't say it's more on Sean. He's the one touching the football.
But a lot of times when we're winning games, well, this year it's not because of the offense, so we can't praise any of the offensive players or Sean. But there was a lot of times where we're winning games and there's a schemed-up play, we're praising Sean. A lot of that time with a younger quarterback.
Yeah, and there's a lot of times, though, that it is a schemed-up play with free runners, and Bo just misses them as well.
Yeah, but also there's other times where there's not schemed-up runners, and we're asking Sean, what the hell is he doing?
No, for sure. What was Sean's play call on 3rd and 1 in enemy territory? Are you kidding me? You're going to try a trick play, double pass with Courtland Sutton? It's just that just goes to show the offensive compass for the Denver Broncos has no true north right now. It doesn't. It's rudderless. It doesn't have a true identity.
Who would you put that on? Is that on Bo?
No, a part of it is. He hasn't held up his end of the bargain. He's
his second year.
Yeah,
and I think that we tend to forget that.
Like second year, but you've already crowned him as a franchise quarterback.
You're damn right. You're damn right.
Does that look like a franchise quarterback last night?
It looks like
or does he still have room to grow?
Yes, but you're always going to have room to grow when it's your second year in the league. Just because you're a franchise quarterback doesn't mean you can't grow. You're learning all the time.
Well, right now he's more caterpillar than butterfly.
Well,
I'll say that.
Then whose fault is that?
It's both of their fault.
No, a lot of it comes down to Sean because Sean handpicked this damn quarterback to go out there and win.
But he's in the NFL now. Are we going to say that in year 3 and year 4 where Sean drafted him?
In year 3, year 4, if this doesn't work out, Sean Payton may not have a job. He is tied to Bo Nix.
He is. I agree.
This is his time where he went out there and was so confident.
So what percentage is on the player?
What percentage is on the player? For Bo, it's going to be 40%.
Okay.
40%.
I could hear that. I disagree, but I could hear that.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
I would say 60% on Bo because he's the football player. And players win games and players win games is what you or players make plays and players win games is what you tell me.
They do.
Right? So when you don't make plays and they're winning in spite of you, I would say 60% is on the quarterback.
And 40%'s on Sean?
On Sean. Yeah, we're not that far apart. Like you have it 60-40, I'll have it 60-40 the other way. I just think that
I just think that there's a lot more on Sean because of what he has done to this man, where he has put so much pressure on him before the season even started by saying he's a top 4, top 5 quarterback. Where
I agree with that. That was stupid.
Talked about how his team can go out there and win a Super Bowl. Well, when you have a quarterback, you can win a Super Bowl. So that's another bit of pressure put on Bo.
I agree. That was not fair to Bo. I don't know what he was doing. I said that at the moment when everyone, hey, it was great. No, he should be cut. No, you don't say that stuff out loud. And that, by the way, it doesn't even fit Bo Nix's personal profile. He didn't like that.
You know what, Zach? Let's not even start when it comes to Sean Payton. Like, this is Sean Payton's first time ever having to develop a young quarterback.
I agree.
We tend to sit here and forget about Drew Brees like Drew Brees was a rookie when Sean got him. Drew Brees was already in the league for, 4 years or even more?
He was quarterbacking an 11-win team in San Diego.
And so, yes, 11-win team in San Diego, messed his shoulder up, got with Sean Payton. Sean Payton helped him out. It took some time to get the scheme going, but it helped it out. So Sean has always had a veteran presence quarterback that he could rely on, and he didn't have to do that much teaching. Now you're having to literally build Bo up from the ground up, go through these growing pains while still sitting there saying that you can win a Super Bowl and that this kid could be top 4, top 5. He did that to Bo.
I still can't believe he did that. That was so foolish. It was just so foolish.
And Bo's not off the hook. He has to do his part.
Thank you, Phil.
He has to do his part.
Thank you, Phil.
But a lot of this right now, I am putting on Sean. This is your guy. You're not getting out of this. So you better find a way to get Bo Nix going. Find a way to get it clicking in his head to get the confidence back in that young man because you guys are married to each other.
Well, right now, if we're going with the marriage analogy, it feels like the offense and the defense are just staying together for the kids.
Yeah, somebody's about to file a divorce.
I'm telling you, if the Broncos lost last weekend like they absolutely could have in Houston, if they lost last night like they absolutely could have at home against the Raiders, like it's not going to take a lot for this football team to become disjointed. And luckily, we don't have to worry about that right now because they're 8-2. And as Vic Fangio famously once said, winning cures more than penicillin. So it's all good right now. But and we just talked to Brandon Marshall a handful of minutes ago. I was here covering this football team as this the offense was being dragged by the defense, and you have an offensive player who's trying to speak up, and Aqib Talib is telling Russell Okung, shut the F up and sit down. No one wants to hear from your side of the ball. I'm telling you, you have Bo Nix screaming at Sean Payton, viscerally, and it's getting caught on camera. They have a long way to go. But again, what is deeply concerning to me is it's not getting better. It's getting worse. And
so
it's becoming.
What would you think needs to happen?
Well, I would just say, it's becoming routine. And this is disturbing because the football team's winning.
Yeah.
It's becoming routine where the broadcasting team doing the game is basically making fun of the game that they're doing. That's becoming routine.
Yeah, they don't want to be a part of it. Like, damn, man, we have the Denver Broncos this week, huh?
It's becoming routine for the mile-high crowd to boo the offense off of the field. It's not a one-off. It's becoming a regular thing. And I saw someone say, can't believe the Denver crowd is booing their team when their team, blah, blah, blah. No, that's because they know what they're looking at.
Yeah, I saw
it's
that
a very smart fan base. They know exactly what they're looking at. They're not being ungrateful. They're holding the offense to some semblance of a standard that they're clearly not coming close to reaching. And it's infuriating. It is, because here's the thing. This is why I give you pushback, and this is a little side battle between us. Mm-hmm. It's I give you pushback. I don't like the phrase defense wins championships because
you better get used to it.
Because a defense can win you a championship, but when you put the S on the end, the teams who win championships typically have Hall of Fame quarterbacks. Terry Bradshaw, Joe Montana, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Eli Manning.
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes, for sure. And so I said that to say that when you have a great all-time defense like the 85 Bears, like the 2000 Buccaneers, or the 2000 Ravens, the 2002 Buccaneers, the 2015 Broncos, the Legion of Boom, there's a reason I remember them because there's only a handful of them, and they never go back. And again, I'm saying this to say, right now, at this intersection in time, you have a defense like that. So you do not have
time to waste.
Yes, and when it's this bad offensively, there's potential where this could be a one and done team in the playoffs when you actually have a Super Bowl defense. That's why I think it's fair to be frustrated and even in some cases irate with this offense, because it could be a really rare opportunity this season.
Then you know what it starts with? And people are probably tired of us saying this, but you got to run the ball more. If your passing game is not working, you have to take it out of Bo Nix's hands until he can get his act together and run the ball, sustain drives, control the clock. Just give the offense a chance and the defense a chance to breathe, to rest for a second. The 3-and-outs are going to hurt us more playing against Kansas City or Green Bay, better teams. Even Jacksonville's doing well right now. So, we have to find a way to stay on the football field. And how do you do that? Third and manageable, third and short. Make it easier on Bo Nix to play pitch and catch with a tight end or a running back where we can just move the chains until he can get his confidence or gain his confidence back to kind of start taking shots downfield again, because it's just not working. And that, for Sean, is dude, swallow your pride and just run the damn ball. Set up your play action, because this isn't just about you and this offense anymore. This is about the defense. This is about the fan base that's excited, that's spending a lot of money to go to these games because they want to see fireworks, but they want to see a defense and an offense and a special teams that's firing on all cylinders and has a chance to not just make it to the playoffs, but win a playoff game and try to get to a Super Bowl. That's what we're all hoping for. But in order to do that, the offense is going to have to do their part.
And right now they're not. This was their drives last night. 3 plays for 9 yards. Punt. Used 2 minutes. 3 plays, -3 yards. Punt, you used 90 seconds. 3 plays, 2 yards. Punt, you used 2.5 minutes. 3 plays, 9 yards. Punt, about 1:18. 5 plays, 53 yards for a touchdown. That was refreshing. It felt like coming up for air. The next possession, 5 plays, 6 yards. Interception.
Back underwater.
At the end of half. Truly, when you had a chance to hang points. I don't know what Bo Nix was thinking there. Coming out, you got the ball, right? So you had a chance to double dip. End of the first half, start of the second half. You hear about that middle 8, last 4 minutes of the first half, first 4 minutes of the second half. What'd the Broncos do with it? 3 plays, -2 yards, punt. You used about a minute. The next series, 11 plays, 43 yards. You actually used 6.5 minutes, but you missed a field goal because you ran a trick play on 3rd and 1 in enemy territory that lost yardage and backed up Will Lutz on a windy day. Next possession, after Geno Smith threw an interception, how'd the Broncos offense reward the defense? 3 plays, -6 yards, punt. 4 plays, -2 yards, field goal. That was after the Broncos special teams blocked a punt for you. The offense rewarded them with -2 yards and a field goal. The next series, we're now into the fourth quarter. 3 plays, 4 yards, punt. You used a minute. Next series, 3 plays, 5 yards, another interception. I mean,
too many 3 plays.
That's insane.
That means the defense is not getting any type of rest.
None.
Which is honestly impressive that the defense is not getting rest, but yet going out there and forcing 3-and-outs and forcing turnovers. Come on, man. You have to help them out. Because there is going to be a game, and maybe it's coming with Kansas City, where the defense breaks a little bit,
right,
and they give up more than a touchdown.
Right.
This defense can't even give up a touchdown without feeling some type of pressure.
There's no margin for error. There's none.
It's sick.
It is. So yeah, I mean, to the point last week in Houston, you needed multiple goal line stands to win the game that you won by 3, and honestly, I don't want to get too. The football team's 8-2. That's incredible. Okay,
they are 8-2.
We have to remind ourselves.
I feel like the world's in it, and they're 8-2.
Well, but there's a reason we're having these conversations. There's a reason why I got 8 text messages last night from friends and family around the country who felt like they were being sentenced by a judge to watch the Broncos offense. Right? Like, we're not making that up. But you look who the Broncos have actually beat. All right, they beat Jake Browning and the Bengals, Geno Smith and the 2-7 Raiders by 3, the 3-5 Texans led by Davis Mills won by 3, the 1-7 Jets led by Justin Fields by 2 points, the 2-7 Giants and Jackson Dart by 1 point,
rookie right there,
and the 1-8 Texans led by Cam Ward. Titans. Titans, thank you. So their record is crazy, and you never apologize. You never apologize. But there's also context. They need to keep improving. They need to keep improving.
The question's out there because it's not just about us here in Colorado talking about it. This is nationally.
Totally.
Are the Denver Broncos for real? Defensively, they seem for real. They're going to put it on them. 46 sacks? Like, they're going to break the record if they can continue to do this and stay on this pace and stay healthy.
Yeah.
But offensively, it's literally like you can't do anything against the good teams and the bad teams. So when is this gonna change? Because at some point you are who you are for the year.
Right. Well, it's no longer early. Weather's getting chilly. Halloween's in the rear view.
It's dark now.
Thanksgiving is 2 weeks away. It's pitch dark at night. You're closer to the finish line of the NFL season than you are to the starting line. And it's getting worse. And so there is reason to be concerned. Now, is the season over? Of course not. The team is 8-2. It's the best record in the NFL. But if you know, well, if you're just watching the games, you know why there's frustration.
You're either getting better or you're getting worse. Nothing stays the same.
Here was Sean Payton after the game.
I think we had 8 penalties. Let's start there. And then when you take those penalties and you say, all right, it felt like it was a night where when it was third down, I was looking on the wrong section of the third down sheet. And when you get over there too much, it becomes difficult. They did some things in their defensive scheme base, versus some of our sub that maybe created some minus runs. But I was pleased that we closed it out. They knew we were going to run. We were going to run. And we were able to finish the game. So we'll look at that tape. We'll enjoy the win and then be back at it Monday.
I don't know how much Sean was enjoying it last night because it was another week where if you just mute the television and don't have closed captions, 85% of language is nonverbal. It looks like in these pressers that the Broncos have lost. And so it's not just us who are frustrated. It's Bo. It's Sean. I mean, you're getting booed off the field, Bo.
Well, I've been booed before and I'll be booed again, so I'm not going to be the last time. It's obviously unfortunate. You don't want your own fans booing you.
It's got to change, Phil.
Yeah, it has to change. Even JK. JK just came out and said it's not good enough.
Here was JK.
No, it's not insane because we how do I say this good? We're much better than what we're doing. Our defense is constantly each week holding us in the game, and we just got to do better. Like, that's like I'm with the fan base. Like Broncos country, I feel y'all because I'm feeling the same way, and we have the team that we shouldn't be in games like that.
Man.
Pretty much said Broncos country offensively, we're ass right now.
Yeah, and he was asked about getting booed, and he's like, I get it.
I get it.
Yeah. All right, by the way, do you hear what Colin Cowherd said today?
Oof.
This is Sean's guy, Colin Cowherd. You hear what he said about Bo Nix? Holy smokes. We'll play it for you next.
The offense and special teams left a lot to be desired, but the Denver Broncos defense proved once again why they're one of the best units in the NFL. Will Vance Joseph's crew continue to anchor the team through a pivotal stretch of games coming up? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
So my mother is thinking of switching from Verizon to Pure Talk, but she's worried the deal sounds too good to be true. Michael, she said, how can those Pure Talk people offer me the same basic service as Verizon for so much less money? I said, Ma, go ask Google how much Verizon spends on advertising and promotions. A few seconds later, my mother said, oh my goodness, $12 billion a year? That must be a typo. I'll tell you what I told my mom. It's not a typo. Verizon spends $12 billion a year on advertising and promotions, and their customers are paying for it. Well, Pure Talk doesn't spend that kind of money on commercials. Trust me, I would know. That's why they can offer you and my mother unlimited talk, text, and plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. And if you're a business owner, you could really save a fortune. Dial pound 250, say the words Mike Rowe, and you'll get an additional 50% off your first month. That's pound 250 Mike Rowe. Pure Talk. Everything you need and nothing you don't.
Oh, no.
Ah, that's the sound of someone who's misplaced
My debit card.
their debit card.
Where'd I leave that thing?
Not at the gas pump, or the checkout counter, or the roof of your car. Now, if he has the Chase mobile app, he can use Card Lock.
Wait, I could just lock my card.
Yep, just a few tippy taps on his phone and That sound? That's peace of mind from Chase.
Chase mobile app is available for select mobile devices. Message and data rates may apply. JP Morgan Chase Bank N.A., member FDIC.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm, and Chuck McDowell definitely not an attorney. This is Chuck. If someone talked you into buying something really silly and you want to get out of that silly little thing, my advice, get the facts. Call me and I'll send you our timeshare exit kit absolutely free. Inside, you'll learn how timeshare works and all your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free exit info kit. 800-656-1551. That's 800-656-1551.
At Postman Law, we're not your typical personal injury firm. Our lawyers have argued and won at the United States Supreme Court. We've gone head-to-head with giant corporations like Uber and Amazon, and we've helped clients recover billions in verdicts and settlements. We bring that same firepower to every case, no matter the size. When you've been injured, having the right lawyer matters. Call 844-POSTMAN or visit postmanlaw.com. Others promise, Postman delivers.
Call 844-POSTMAN. Attorney advertising.
Hey guys, boy Steve here today about my long-term buddy Troy Hansford. And if you're thinking about selling your house for any reason, now might be the time to sell, still get top dollar. Believe it or not, my guy Troy is still offering his $5,000 guarantee. What is it, you ask? Well, if he can't sell your house at your price on your timeline that you agree upon beforehand, bam, going to cut you a check for $5,000. Who else makes the offer? Nobody I've ever heard of. And he makes that offer because he continues to spend a ton of money marketing his listings, has about 100 families approved and ready to buy right now. And if for any reason you need to sell right away, Troy can buy your house, all cash, and he can close in as little as 7 days. You have a house to sell, Troy probably has that perfect buyer for you right now, waiting for you to pick up the phone and to call him. Call Troy, get your home sold for the most money. That's 720-900-4433, 720-900-4433. Troy Hansford of RE/MAX Professionals, a Colorado licensed broker. Some restrictions do apply. You want to sell your house? Then call my buddy Troy, 720-900-4433.
Hi, I'm Dylan, your friend and jeweler at Shane Company. As a customer service specialist, I love helping couples find their dream engagement ring. And guess what? I just got engaged, so it was fun to create one myself. First, my fiance tried on a bunch of ring styles and she was drawn to a classic diamond pave setting. Then we looked at different diamond shapes from pear to oval to cushion. She fell in love with the princess cut. At Shane Company, you can create a one-of-a-kind ring and get it in days, not weeks. Because a friend wants you to have a magical holiday proposal. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store. Hurry in and save for a limited time. Buy with $0 down. Plus, make no payments till next year. Shop new and used cars, trucks, SUVs, even top luxury models. Drive with $0 down. Plus, no payments till next year. Save your cash for the holidays. Go to your nearest AutoNation store now.
Limited term financing on approved credit. 90-day deferred payment. Interest accrues from date of purchase. See store for details.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids.
Ready to get rid of that old car? Donate it to Cars for Kids. Call 1-877 Cars for Kids to reach a friendly live agent. Donation's super easy, and your car can be picked up as soon as tomorrow. Call us now, 1-877 Cars for Kids.
1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Did you know you can donate real estate too?
Cake Mortgage Corp. Equal Housing Lender. NMLS number 1734623. Licensed in Colorado by the Division of Real Estate. Terms and conditions apply. Are you a first-time home buyer? Are you trying to lower your existing mortgage payment? Do you need cash from your equity? For most people, getting a mortgage means endless paperwork and weeks of anxiety. But with Cake Mortgage, our process is simple, fast, and hassle-free. Whether you're purchasing, refinancing, or looking to tap your home's equity, our team guides you step by step so you always know what's next. Our thousands of 5-star customer reviews will tell you no one can do what Cake can. So stop stressing and start saving fast with Cake. Your fresh-baked Cake home mortgage is ready to enjoy. So don't wait. Call 720-850-0012. That's 720-850-0012. Or visit cakehome.com. To learn more now.
It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach Pye and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, we'll give away some game balls here in just a minute. Colin Cowherd. Interesting quotes. Now, Cowherd is a bona fide Sean Payton guy, right? Like, that's his guy. They worked at Fox for a year together, and, you know, Colin Cowherd would let it slip like, I say let it slip. He purposely put it out there that he would have dinners with Sean Payton that would last hours. Hours. And it was interesting to hear old Uncle Colin go on the air today, on a day like today, and he was all on Bo Nix, like thumbs up, like really, it's like this is a guy.
Like literally, 2 or 3 weeks ago, he was saying stuff with Bo Nix and like how it's coming around and he's going to be just fine.
Yeah. This was the tone of the conversation today.
In my opinion, Bo Nix looks nervous. That's why he's so bad in the first half. It's like he's trying to please Sean Payton, feels the weight of the world on his shoulders. He is nervous. Sidearming stuff, feels rushed when he's not rushed, skipping balls out of the backfield. Like, I get throws downfield were tough last night for both quarterbacks. It was windy. Denver gets that way. We're moving into the winter. But it shouldn't look like that. He looks nervous. He looks like he's got a lot of anxiety, and he only plays well most of this year in the fourth quarter when he trails and has nothing to lose. He just lets it go. Sean Payton now is trying to protect Bo Nix, and so he's making some odd compensation calls, like that double pass on 3rd and 1. It's just a bad call. Well, Sean Payton didn't get dumb. He's trying to protect him. He knows that Bo Nix is not right upstairs, and because this Raider defense hasn't made any quarterback look that bad this year. So the Broncos have 1 touchdown in their last 17 drives. They have more 3-and-outs than the Titans. Yeah. So I'm dead serious here. Sean Payton is a very impatient guy. He also understands the urgency at quarterback, unlike a lot of coaches in this league. I wonder, because the roster, the O-line set, the D-line set, the pass rush, the receivers, would Sean Payton draft another quarterback?
Whew. Man.
Damn. Uncle Colin.
You know, he bringing the heat, but also, like, 1 touchdown in your last 17 drives.
It's not good. It's not good.
You have an 8-2 team that has more 3-and-outs than a 1-8 team.
But why would Colin go out there and just say something like this? Like, hey, maybe another quarterback that you're going to draft? Or saying, Sean knows that Bo Nix is not right upstairs? How do you know that? Oh, my guessing is Sean told you this.
Maybe.
That's what it sounds like. It's like Sean's feeding you some of this information, but also it's like you're protecting Bo. The way you protect Bo is running the ball.
Yeah, I was going to say I disagreed with that portion of it. Like, hey, he's protecting Bo, so you went with the double pass. No, if you protect Bo, just hand the ball to. It's 3rd and 1. You have a running back averaging 5.5 yards a carry. So I'm telling you,
just sit there, hand the ball off, and look pretty, Bo.
Sean Payton has forgot more football than I will ever know. Okay, but sometimes he makes it too hard.
Overthinks things.
Yeah. It sometimes you just make it too difficult and try to be the smartest guy in the room. Like, what was that about? What was that play call about on 3rd and 1? Is that about achieving a first down?
No, that's about him and us praising him, saying it was a creative play that got it going, and he had to do something to get Bo going. That's what that was. And he didn't have to. Just hand the ball off.
It's 3rd and 1 in enemy territory. All right. It's got to get better. We know it's got to get better. You know what I am looking forward to? And just a reminder, 8-2. They won the football game. Woo! They won the game. They won the game. They're 8-2. I'm looking forward to tomorrow night, man.
Why is that?
Well, I'm looking forward to tonight because we have Nuggets and Warriors, but not as much looking forward to it because there's no Steph Curry. All right, and we I don't think we've heard about Jimmy Butler yet. He's got a tight back. He may not play. Those are the 2 leading scorers. So some of the, win. I feel bad for, I know there's a lot of Warriors fans in Colorado who are going to go to that game tonight and see Steph and grew up, watching him and cheer for him. I
just want to see a good game.
Yeah.
Like, truly, like who are the Denver Nuggets when you're going against a really good Warriors team? Like last time we played the Warriors, first game of the year, we lost.
Yep, and it was in overtime, and it was really because of Steph Curry. He went nuts. He had 42. So that kind of stinks that he's not playing tonight. That's more of a fun matchup when the Stars play, especially if you got a ticket to the game. But also, you talking about Stars tomorrow night, 8 o'clock in Edmonton.
Yes, sir.
And the firepower and star power that will be on the ice in Edmonton tomorrow night should be really fun.
It's gonna come down to one, who's between the pipes. Is it Blackwood? Is it Wedgie again? Because if it's Wedgwood again, then we may be having to have a conversation of what's really going on with Blackwood, because he's only played in one game. And the first line, they have to show up. They were a little quiet last game, so the first line has to show up. The power play has to show up, and the penalty kill has been doing a great job.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a fun matchup.
It really should be. I'm looking forward to it. Oilers have been really good. They're good, not great right now in terms of their record, but they've been really good at home. They still have not lost in regulation at home. The Avs are 4-1-3 on the road this season. McDavid, 4 goals and 17 assists for the Oilers. 17 assists. And then Draisaitl has 7 goals and 6 assists in the last 10 games. So the firepower is there, but the wins haven't, they've lost 3 or 4.
Yeah.
And so they're going to be desperate for a win. And you mentioned the penalty kill has been great. 90% kill rate, second in the NHL. But on the power play, and this shouldn't make sense with all the talent that the Avs have, when they're on the man advantage, they're scoring just 17% of the time. That is 22nd in the NHL. So that's got to get better.
Yeah, it has to get better. And my guessing is it will, but it needs to get better sooner rather than later, because I'm tired of having these opportunities and waiting for this explosive power play unit to go out there, and it's not happening.
Yep. All right. That we'll see what we're in store for, and then they'll turn around and play again on Sunday, late night start, both nights, 8 o'clock. Okay, the Broncos did win. They're 8-2.
They're 8-2.
And what do we do after the Broncos win a game?
Game balls.
It's next.
This Veterans Day, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan needs your help as we look to give back to those who have served their country. Teaming up with Foundation Cadillac, Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan is giving away 1 year of free oil changes to one of our state's many veterans. To nominate a current or former service member, head to denversports.com/veteran. That's denversports.com/veteran. To all our nation's veterans, we at Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan thank you for your service. Denver Sports 104.3 The Fan.
If you've got a gas-powered engine, keep it running like new at every fill-up. Stable in-season protection is your engine's preventative medicine, cleaning and protecting the entire fuel system in season. In outdoor power equipment, prevent gum and varnish buildup that could cause a rough or non-running engine. For cars and trucks, increase fuel efficiency and power by removing deposits, ensuring your engine's long-term health. Stable outperforms the competition in independent lab testing. So at every fill-up, start with Stable.
Ready to order?
Yes. We're earning unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with a Capital One Saver card, so let's just get one of everything.
Everything?
Fire everything! The Capital One Saver card is at table 27, and they're earning unlimited 3% cash back.
Yes, Chef! This is so nice.
Had a feeling you'd want 3% cash back on dessert.
Ooh, tiramisu!
Earn unlimited 3% cash back on dining and entertainment with the Capital One Saver card. Capital One, what's in your wallet?
Terms apply. See CapitalOne.com for
At
details.
303 Law 4040, we know getting into an accident stinks, and so does getting worked over by the insurance company or even your slick-talking made-for-TV lawyer. So if we can help, just give us a call. 303 Law 4040. Save that number in your phone. You never know when you're going to need it. That's 303 Law 4040.
Heads up, pros. Now's your chance to unlock deeper savings. The Home Depot's new Pro Extra Preferred pricing can help you save thousands on the products your business uses the most. But the current benefit ends November 15th. Don't miss out. Registration for the new program is free and easy. Just bring your tax ID or business or contractor's license to the Pro Desk. Register now to lock in the best wholesale prices before it's too late.
More than a few of our patients have talked to me about their first time, but it's not the first time you're probably thinking about. It's the first time that erectile dysfunction ruined the moment. This is Jeff for the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, and if you're over 50, it's likely you've had that first time yourself. But the good news is that if you're like most men, that first time can be the last time that ED impacts your sex life. At the Rocky Mountain Men's Clinic, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men using protocols with success rates well over 90%. And those treatments have, in most cases, made sex great again for both them and their partners. You could even find that you're performing like you haven't in years. So if ED has been affecting your intimacy, it's time to make the last time that happens the last time that happens. For just $99, you'll receive blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 720-440-7900 or go to RockyMountainMen'sClinic.com. We have 5 offices across the Front Range to serve you.
Hey, what's up, guys? It's Zach here. The holidays will be here before you know it, and for many families, that means excitement, but also stress. Between gifts, travel, and higher prices, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, especially if you're already relying on credit cards to cover the basics. If that debt is piling up, you're not alone. If you're a homeowner, you might have considered reaching out to my friends at American Financing, but hesitated because you don't want to give up your low mortgage rate. That's why American Financing created the Smart Equity Loan, a simple, smart way to get your finances back on track without giving up your low mortgage rate. Unlike a HELOC, which can fluctuate with the market, the Smart Equity Loan offers a fixed rate, so you'll have one predictable monthly payment. It lets you use your home's equity to pay off high-interest debt, free up cash flow, and still keep your existing mortgage intact. There are no upfront fees to find out if you qualify. Call American Financing at 303-695-7000 or visit them online at americanfinancing.net, NMLS 182334, NMLSconsumeraccess.org.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first, on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home for you so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit Orchard.com to get your free home valuation. That's Orchard.com.
Catch Telestrator Tuesday weekly on Stokely and Evans with Mark Schlereth, where Stink or Stoke dive into the past weekend's games with a coach's eye, using insights into what went right and wrong on critical plays. Telestrator Tuesdays, powered by Colorado Credit Union. Love where you live, love where you bank.
Stay up to date on the Broncos with our 9 News Broncos insider Mike Kliss, presented by Fitness Gallery. Hear the latest from every practice and every game every single week during football season. Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan. It's a Bud Light Football Friday. Bud Light, an official beer sponsor of the Denver Broncos. Here's The Drive with Zach By and Phillip Lindsay.
All right, final segment here on a Friday. Really fun week. Appreciate you guys rocking with us. And in the last segment, typically it's a Reaction Monday, but a Reaction Friday, we give away some game balls. Joining us in studio here, he's going to be handling his duties tonight on Denver Sports tonight. It's Chad Andrus. What up, Chad?
How are you, fellas?
We're doing all right, man. We're kind of like talking our way through this,
coping with it.
Kind of complicated thing. You know, I know there's some people who are like, I can't believe you guys are complaining the Broncos won. It's like, well, pretty simplistic viewpoint, especially when you're filling 4 hours. There's a lot of reasons to be frustrated right now.
It's interesting when I was thinking about the time slot today and doing 6 to 7, because normally after a win, you digest it, you celebrate, but you move on pretty quickly. And it's after the losses where it really lingers and it digs on you for 3 days, and you hear about it on sports talk radio up until the next game starts. You're grinding about that loss. But after a win, you usually kind of move on for what's next pretty quickly. Not today. Not today.
No, it's been kind of complicated sorting your way through it and then having to build in like a preface, like they did win. They're 8-2, and all that's true. But this is the ultimate. Two things can be true at the same time because it's maddening to watch the game last night. Phil Gameball, You have one game ball to give away. Who would you give it to?
You know, man, I'm going to go with the guy that's been, honestly, their best defensive DB, their defensive back. And he's not a cornerback, and that's DeAndre Tillman. He's finding his way into, like, weird situations where he's getting interceptions. But it's not just the interceptions that's fun.
Yeah.
He's literally trying to take it back for a touchdown, which we may have needed if the Raiders would have been able to get that field goal. We would have been tied 10-10. So for Tillman to be able to get the ball, intercept the ball as a lineman, find a way to make a couple people miss or break a tackle,
dude,
it's impressive. And so he's done that twice already. And I'm going to have to give him my game ball. He's doing a good job. And he's a backup.
If you have not seen the video of Tillman, because a lot of people didn't realize it happening in real time, but after Tillman intercepts the ball, Alex Singleton.
Yeah.
Alex Singleton at the bottom of your screen, and Tillman sees him. He's waving him to come over on his side of the field because Singleton is going to line up the offensive tackle who's trying to actually make a tackle after the pick, and Singleton just... Chad, he sends this guy into oblivion, and it's if you haven't seen the video, go to my Instagram, zby23.
Follow him.
I put this video together at about 11 o'clock this morning, and this puppy, 173,000 people have watched this video. Go watch it. It's hilarious. Did you catch that, Chad, on the broadcast?
There was a flag on that play, right? I think that there wasn't a flag on the return because I thought a flag came in and I could see out of the corner of the screen. I was like, it's coming in for that. It's coming in because he blindsided a guy and laid him out, right? And like I haven't looked at the post yet, but if you found better angles, I'm definitely in.
Yeah, there was no flag on the play, and a lot of people in the comments were saying like this is illegal, but he wasn't facing the other end zone. He was perfectly east and west.
Yeah.
So man, it like. In today's NFL, it typically gets called.
Yes.
It did not
well,
last
for Alex
night.
Singleton, he said, our offense can't move the ball. They're not scoring points. So let's just try something new. Intercept the ball. I'm going to block like offensive lineman. Let's score a touchdown. That's how we're going to win this game.
I was pretty convinced that the defense last night had a better chance of finding the end zone than the offense. like legitimately. And this is the second time in 2 weeks that Tillman has actually had a significant return as he had one in the Dallas game.
And shout out to him because he was an XFL player. He started off in the XFL, getting his shot with the Denver Broncos, coming in as just like a practice squad player. He's made the most of his opportunities.
It's fantastic.
It's going to be an all-time great trivia question when the Broncos obliterate the sack record and someone asks, when the 2025 Denver Broncos broke the all-time sack record, who led them in interceptions? It's going to be an all-time great Broncos trivia question.
Because right now it's Tillman with 2. Not the defensive player of the year. I mean, goodness gracious. This guy played lower level college football.
Yeah.
Played for the Birmingham Stallions for years. You know, not just a cup of coffee. Played at Indiana, not my Indiana, Kurt Cignetti's Indiana.
Right.
Indiana University of Pennsylvania.
Never heard of him.
Is where DeAndre Tillman played his football. My game ball, fellas, is going to go to a play last night that arguably won the football game for the Broncos. My game ball is going to JL Skinner, who has done such a good job on special teams this year. A 7th-round pick, I think, out of Boise State, backup safety, I believe.
Yeah.
But he put his face mask on that football. And that was such a massive play in a game where the offense had 2 left feet, couldn't chew gum and walk. You had a big-time special teams play, a maligned group special teams has been. Even some hiccups last night again. But he puts his face mask on that ball. Broncos offense rewards him with -2 yards, but they were able to kick the field goal that ends up being the deciding factor in the game in a 3-point win. So my game ball will go to JL Skinner.
You know it's bad when Rizzy's special teams even go, all right, we're going to have to do something.
Yeah.
We're going to have to make a play.
All right, guys, come on.
Yeah. Gosh, they've been a rough watch. And again, even take away that play, which obviously you don't want to, but there was another more mental errors last night on special teams, penalties.
Crenshaw.
Oh my gosh.
Jeremy Crawshaw. We like to call him Craneshaw. I'm not calling him Craneshaw anymore.
No, Shankshaw. I mean,
it's Shankshaw now.
Shankshaw redemption. I mean, this dude. And I had a listener reach out. He said, man, I remember in the summer you said, you and Phil at practice said, he can boom it to the moon or he'll kick it into the stands.
Yes.
And in the last 2 weeks, it's been the perfect 2-game sequence for him because, he was great last week. 76-yard punt, you don't see that.
Well, next time Jeremy Crawshaw punts it, he needs to say 4.
My gosh. All right. Different kind of show today.
Yeah.
But
8-2.
8-2. 8-2. Broncos' longest home winning streak in the NFL, longest winning streak in the NFL. And now we get the weekend to sort of just calm down, chill out, come back on Monday with a renewed focus and ready to attack Kansas City Chiefs week.
Let's go. And should I say?
No, you can't. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. Have a great weekend, everyone. Be kind to one another. It's Denver Sports Tonight coming up next.
In familiar fashion, Denver's defense held their own, while Sean Payton and Bo Nix found just enough to earn their first divisional win of the season. As the back half of the season begins, can the Broncos keep up their improbable winning ways? Denver Sports 104.3. The Fan.
What's going on, everybody? Phillip Lindsay here with the one and only Williams Jewelers. And guys, I know there's at least 50 of you guys listening right now thinking about popping the question, and you know you need a diamond. And I'm going to save you time and money right now by saying this. You need to go see my jeweler, Williams Jewelers, for that perfect diamond engagement ring, the ultimate holiday gift, or just because that special someone really deserves it. This holiday, imagine the finest jewelry legends all in one store together, treating you just like family, and their service is going to reflect that. So come and shop the finest loose diamonds in Denver. They have every size, shape, and price range you can imagine in the largest selection of engagement ring settings I've ever set eyes on. And not only are they going to share the secrets of the business with you, they're going to give you the best price in Colorado, guaranteed. So why wouldn't you want to create moments and memories by going to Williams Jewelers, the official jeweler of the Colorado Avalanche, Denver's first family of fine jewelers, located in Cherry Creek North on 3rd Avenue and in Inglewood at Broadway and Bellevue. And don't forget to mention my name, Phillip Lindsay, when you step through one of those doors.
Black Friday is going on now at every AutoNation store.